decided on them yet?
Yes,
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it's not a polite way of saying it, but I was rifling through your drawers before you arrived.
Oh, how wonderful that was.
This morning, and we've got some amazing bits on the show this morning.
We really have. Is there any standout things
yes.
for you?
There's a particular strand starting with CH.
Oh yes.
That is for me probably going to be the strand of the day today.
Is that the one that's really catching the eye?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. I cannot wait for that one.
I can't wait for the birthstone hour either. I don't think we have them often enough on the shows, do we?
No, and it's important at this time of year, isn't it? Because we could do it in December, obviously, but people need enough time to make with them.
Well, personally, for me, I think we should do an hour every month.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah,
I think
for
so.
everyone
Because I've mentioned this on the show before, but this is the first year since I've been at JewelleryMaker that I'm able to provide every single birthstone on my store because we've got diamonds this year. We've never had diamonds before. So I can now claim, and I'm going to put a little sign on my little table saying we can now cater for every single birthstone. Which is so special. Which I think is fantastic. I think it's quite a privilege to be able to do that as well.
Yeah, and we have got, of course, some diamond today. Of course we do, of course we do. How have your kits been, please?
Oh, they're amazing, and I've been talking about the second kit quite a lot.
I would say for about a week now, haven't you?
To the point where you and I introduced the ladies on the workshop last week to it, didn't we? And I think they're all tuning in this morning to grab it.
Oh, well, hello to all of you who are tuning in today, because that kit is something special.
Something really different, actually. Really, I don't think I've seen anything like this before, so it's quite intriguing. And the first kit as well, it's neutrals, which I really like working with. So no. Really good kits today.
You've done some sensational pieces with both kits.
Which we're going to give away.
So that competition's going to be starting for you later on in the show. We'll let you know more about it then. But now I need to dive in. So let's get started. We're going to start off with an early bird. Now, for anyone who's new, it's lovely to meet you. My name is Becky. And we always start off with a bit of an early bird. Did you say the 8 o'clock, lovely? Oh, I don't know why my talkback's not very loud. There we go. I've got a early bird offer. Now, our early bird offer is always something that we have a decent quantity of, so we have a lot of numbers of it, generally. Anyway, I can't always say that's true. But what that means is we're able to take it down in price and down to the floor sometimes. Good start to the day. I'll just stand here and pick those up casually. I'm going to start off with this amazing strand of your coral. Now, this is a beautiful strand of coral because you can see that delicate, and it is kind of an archetypal coral colour, isn't it? And you've got that kind of bounding along this strand, and it's in your 3mm rounds. So a really nice delicate accent that's going to go perfectly well with the likes of your rhodonite. Now these together as a pairing just look to my eye so pretty. It gives the rhodonite a little bit of an extra pop, doesn't it? It gives it more of a pure colouring, doesn't it? It really highlights that beautiful veining, that beautiful banding within it. And there are 3mm on this today. I've then got one of my favourite gemstones of all time, and actually one of the most profound gemstones of all time, because it is one of the most sought after by jewellery houses around the world, and has very recently been offering some of the highest prices on the market in jewellery, and that is of my pink opal. Pink opal is spectacular. Pink opal's the type of things that have been seen in the likes of Christie's, in the likes of Boodles, at the likes of, you know, your Sotheby's. This is that beautiful gemstone, completely in its natural forming in the sense of its colouring. And what we have here is we have a mammoth amount of it, 220 carats worth in total. This gemstone has taken record-breaking prices in pieces of jewellery not so long ago, and it really does have such a statement to make within its colour. And the thing I love about it is it's that kind of pink for those people who like pink, but also those people who don't. It's got a really lovely kind of gentle tone to it, which I just think is so complimentary. It really is. 220 carats worth there of your sensational, highly executive pink opal. So these are your 3 strands for today, and it is pretty pastels. It's a wonderful colour palette to have at this time of year, because I don't know if you noticed, I did a Pantone show for you last week, and I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the Pantone colours are quite muted this year, aren't they? And this hits every single one of those kind of muted desires and fashion colours that you would be hoping for. 3 strands, one of them being a double strand, don't forget, and at 1 price point for you today. It should be. Now, can I just say that already that is genuinely exceptional price point? It really, really is. And the reason being, like I said, record-breaking prices on pink opal, been selling at the likes of Christie's and Sotheby's and Boodles of late. Today, we are rolling it down. That price point should not happen. That price point on the pink opal should not happen. Under £12 for a 220 carats worth of pink opal is pretty much unheard of anywhere else apart from here. To be able to get 220 carats worth of pink opal, no matter what the quality of it, anywhere is exceptional. And don't forget for me, pink opal, it's not like a lot of different opals that you might be looking at. With a lot of opals, the way we'll kind of say to you, you know, okay, there's quality there and you can see the quality because there's so much pinfire. We don't expect to get pinfire in pink opal. That Christie's piece, which I've shown you numerous times, which sold for well, it was millions, wasn't it? It sold for millions, a necklace and an earring set. You know, that had no pinfire in it whatsoever, because that's not what we expect from your pink opal. We expect a beautiful pastel hue that runs throughout this. Mark, this price point for these, what do you think?
Well, actually, as you said, £6.95 for the strand of opal alone is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
Yes.
But I've started doing it. We did one month before last, a 2-day workshop.
Oh, yes.
And on the first morning of the first day, we do my new passion, which is kumahimoing with chips and nuggets. So just to produce a kumahimo necklace with that strand, just dropping in the old coral here and there and the old rhodonite, I just think it would be an amazing looking piece of jewellery, wouldn't it? Where would you buy a chip and nugget opal necklace on the high street? You just wouldn't. No,
you just couldn't do it, could you?
No,
and because it does look so different and because it does look so exclusive, if you were to find it somewhere, they could pretty much charge whatever they wanted.
And for me, I think this type of pink opal, and this is going to sound really bizarre, but I think it's quite a masculine pink.
No, I agree with you.
Do you agree? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not a really feminine pink, is it? It's quite a masculine pink.
It's not like a bubblegum pink
no.
or a kind of fairy princess pink,
absolutely.
is it?
No, it's beautiful.
It is really sensational.
You could see chaps surfing just in a stretchy bracelet with that stone easily.
Completely could. Well done to people who are already coming and getting this. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Tell you what, feel free to text us in today because we are giving away some of Mark's pieces. I'm so excited to do that. We're going to be doing the competition for you later on today. And what I will also say to you is feel free to message in. Do send in any messages. You know that Mark is a great teacher. He's got lots of workshops coming up. You've got another 2-day one coming up soon, haven't you?
Week after next.
Week after next, blimey. Yeah. So he's got loads of workshops. You know he's a great teacher. Any questions you want to ask him, he will be more than happy to answer those for you, no matter how big or how small. So do feel free to get in touch with any questions, or maybe you just want to let us know how excited you are to own some of his pieces and what would you do with them. Do text us in 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. We are going to do the challenge now, and Mark has already been cracking on with it. How's it going so far? You've done loads, and we only gave this to you sort of 20 minutes ago.
Well, when Helena gave it me this morning, I've had it before on the show, and it was a look of, okay, this is going to be tough. What am I going to do with this? But it's brand new. I haven't had this before.
No.
And straight away, I've discovered that you can actually cabochon wrap with it.
Which
I'll just quickly.
Will you?
I'm going to work on the actual piece of jewellery later on, but it's like a webbing rather than a ribbon. And there's a macrame technique called alternating square knot that you can make a cabochon wrap with, and this does the job for you. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place the cabochon in. As I said, I'll sort out the gubbin finishings at the end, but you can pull it so you get a cab wrap.
And that is in seconds. And is that nice and secure?
Yeah, completely. As I said, what I'll do, I'll bind the edges with a piece of wire and do sort of a rosary link or something like that. But that is just so simple, and it looks perfect against lapis, doesn't it?
It really does.
So 2 seconds.
2 seconds and it's done. And we all know cab wrapping, for some people, me included, quite a daunting thing. So
So if you when you show the viewers close up, you can see the webbing. It's a crisscross formation, and it opens out to form the cab wrap.
It does. It is just beautifully eye-catching. Let me show you the designs we're working with here, because again, when I saw the picture of it, I thought, oh yeah, we've seen that before.
We've seen it a bit, no.
But we haven't. We haven't at all.
No.
You've got, it's almost a figure of 8 formation actually. If I show you the back,
right. Yes,
it's got that kind of figure of 8 look formation to it.
How serious does that look?
It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Look, it's just so glam. And what we have, if I kind of move that apart there, you can see you have got that kind of movement to it. That almost, it's not quite an elasticity, but almost you have got that movement to it. And I've got to say that the high shine of it,
it's
just
beautiful. If you fold it in half widthways and then form a circle, you can see the cab wrap forming.
Like this?
If you fold the 2 edges together, sorry, so fold it.
Here, sorry, yes.
And then make a circle, form a circle.
Yes.
You can see, that's just
I
beautiful.
see what you're saying. Yeah. It looks phenomenal, doesn't it? And I like how it's got that movement to it and that look to it. It's very eye-catching, isn't it? Now, I've got something coming up later, which my producer will tell me where it is in a moment, and I think I've got an idea with that as well. You've got here for you the gold, the red, and that beautiful black colouring as well. Gosh, that looks luxurious, doesn't it? It's almost got a wet look to it, the black, doesn't it? Very pretty indeed. So I've got all 3 of these. Now, to let you know, 30 metres worth we've got in total, because there is 10 metres on each, and they are 12 mil in total. They've got a little bit of elastic band around them just to keep them nicely in check, but they are essentially just a continuous loop, as you can see. So no odds and ends to work with there, just lovely continuous loops to give you that wonderful high shine effect. You've got the gold, the black, and the red in here, so perfect for this time of year, but perfect for so many more different glamorous looks, whether it be balls or New Year pieces, or even weddings with the golds.
I think we've got Valentine's Day coming up in 12 or 13 weeks' time. That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Perfect.
It's very reminiscent of that high street lingerie store, isn't it?
Oh, I know the one you mean.
You know the one I mean.
You're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. What a bit risque for this time in the morning. You've got all 3 of these 10 metres each. You've got 1 price point. They are brand new. And for you today, you'll never believe it, everyone pays the same. Loads of people have already checked out. We're dropping the price. Everyone pays the same premier price point. I can't guarantee this again. £7. Oh, actually, Helen's just gone, no, an extra £1 off. £6.95. Our first 2 products of the day at just £6.95. I told you today was going to be special. What do you think? Wow. Because you've had, not long, quite a few minutes to work with it. What do you think?
Again, straight away, in our house, we have 2 Christmases. We have the, I'm going to be really posh now, we have the East Wing Christmas and we have the West Wing Christmas.
Oh, wow,
so the East, basically we've got 2 Christmas trees in our living room. Okay. And one Christmas tree is, I call Dickensian, so it's your yellows and golds and traditional, and then my end, it's turquoise and black and a bit contemporary and modern. And to buy this sort of ribbon as swags, just to wrap around your tree, if anyone's got a red and gold traditional theme, that's absolutely perfect, isn't it?
That is
just using
perfect.
I mean, where would you find that on the high street to swag your Christmas tree with for basically £2 something a reel, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you can reuse it.
Yeah, completely.
You can use it next year, or you could just use it to make something with.
And wrapping your presents. It's a really nice, it's a perfect thickness, isn't it? So don't treat it as a jewellery making product, just all the different household uses that you can find with it.
Yeah.
I love
that idea. And even, if you are going to, I was saying to my producer last night, I went and bought some Christmas presents, because everyone's been guilting me that I've not started Christmas shopping yet. So I went and bought some Christmas presents, and I decided to decorate the bag so that they matched my cards. So, got the paint out and painted some designs on there and stuff, and all my cards and everything else. But actually, things like this, if you are like me, and I'm sure you are, Mark, you like everything to kind of match, everything to have a little bit. Do you like your wrapping to kind of match the bags or the cards?
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me, Mark. I won't lie to you. But yeah, if you're like me, imagine wrapping a present in this and then maybe having this as the tag holder for the bag, or even you could even use that as the handle, actually, or just a little piece around the card itself.
Or just simple bands of it wrapped around a votive candle. A pillar candle at Christmas, because you can actually pin into the wax.
Yes.
So you can again and just do a sort of a helter-skelter swirl around the pillar candle.
That is an absolute... There's loads you can do, isn't there?
It's a perfect thickness. It is really perfect.
What a brilliant idea. I'm just casually just making myself, you know, a little something, very quickly indeed, very quickly.
We haven't got that on the show today, have we? Have we?
You look like a kid at Christmas then, Mark. Yeah, let me just show you just an idea of a design, which I've got to say I do really like. Just pull that there. We've got about, typically I've put it on upside down, but you know me. You know, something a bit simple like that. Obviously, you know, you'd neaten it up, you'd kind of use it in the right way, you'd put a little bit of a clasp on it, or even a ribbon watch. I've noticed ribbon watches are really in at the moment. But something like that, very simple to do. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have this watch face coming up for you on the show today. It is my showstopper. We're going to be doing it later on in the show for you. Mother of pearl face on that, and it's the white mother of pearl face, so really workable, isn't it, Mark?
Has that got the Roman numerals on as well?
It has indeed, yeah. Which are upside down, just to confuse you all. I think this is just a beautiful collection to have. Well done to everyone who's getting your hands on this. So we've given it to you as a challenge.
Yes.
We've already had the idea of a cab wrap. Have you got anything else in mind?
If you look on the overhead, I've made some beads. I'm going to make a sort of a necklace and earring set. And all I've done is I've taken little sections, and all I've done is rolled them up, popped a bit of glue to keep it nice and solid, and then I haven't decided whether I'm going to put wire through and make a rosary link, or have them flat, because you'll be able to push a T-pin all the way through and then feed wire in, rosary link, wrap loop, and then join it together. So I'm not going to use any beads at all. It's just going to be the ribbon. I might use the cab that we talked about earlier, but that's going to be it.
That's going to be the focal.
Yeah, I think so.
Fab. How amazing. We didn't give them that long at all. We've got plenty coming up on the show for you, but right here, right now, it is going to be time to do Mark's kit. And this is the one we were talking about earlier. Mark saying he loves the likes of the neutrals. Well done to everyone, by the way, who got this brand new product. It's wonderful for you. And those colours are just bang on trend at the moment, aren't they? This kit is bang on trend as well, I have to say. It's black and gold, and they always look in the gemstones very high end. How did you feel when you opened this collection, please, Mark?
Well, I was amazed with the cords, first of all, because it came wrapped in a nice little polythene bag all of its own, and so that was a big hit for me straight away. But no, I love these stones, and the next strand you're about to put on your hand is one of our viewers' favourites, and we don't have enough of it. Look at that. That is the goldest gold I think I've ever seen. It's amazing, isn't it?
It just shows everything away beautifully, doesn't it? Why do you think this is one of the viewers' favourites?
Because it is that bright gold, isn't it? It's not like the gold of our findings. It's that sort of the next level, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's
kind of pure. It's almost 24 carat.
If you were going gold mining in America and you came across a lump of that, that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
Yes, completely. I love that as an idea and an analogy. If you were going gold mining. I have got this golden pyrite for you here in those nuggets. They're approximately 7x3 all the way to a 10x4 mil in size. And obviously there is variation within there because you've got that wonderful natural look to them. I've got the buttons for you as well here. I feel like we don't see buttons that much.
No, we don't. You're right, actually. And this is a really good crossover kit as well. So some of the pieces you can make for gents because you've got the neutral tones. And those buttons are perfect for gents jewellery because they'll sit nice and flat on the wrist.
And they're not sort of too over the top with facets or colour. No. These ones are described as your coins. They're a 6 to a 9 mil, so there is a lovely graduation in there. And decent sized drill hole on all of these actually. I've then got for you this, which I've just got to say is, well, it's just vintage, isn't it, really? When you look at it, doesn't it just look so vintage? Doesn't it just look so as it should be, almost? This is your golden coloured pyrite, and it's a 6 to 4 mil round on these ones. I have to say, it is vintage, it is kind of traditional, it's sort of steampunky, it's not too much there and in your face, and Mark has worked these beautifully within this design, working with some of those cords And it really does just make it pop. Just a stunning strand there, I really like that. Gives you a really nice natural feel. And then I've got the centre drill drops, which again, in the likes of a submetallic gemstone like this, we don't get to see too often at all, which is a bit of a shame, but we've got them here for you today. Centre drill drops, they are non-faceted, as you can see, and they are up to a size of 12 by 7, but there are some 9 by 6s there too. We've just put them on the strands in different directions, which I think is really interesting. It kind of makes your mind almost work in a different way. So already that's kind of giving me different ideas. And again, Mark has worked these with the cords, and he's got this piece which I can't wait to show you, because for me it's a very standout piece, which has got this beautiful movement within it, and then these are just here for a little bit of boldness. Just finish off that design spectacularly well. I have got the cords as well. These were the ones that made Mark smile when he opened them earlier on. Sorry, let me just move that for you. So we've got in here all of these different colours. We've got 5 of them in total, and they are the wax cords. So what we have here is you have a different range of colour. You're going all the way from these kind of chocolatey tones to more of a kind of industrious colours of the grey, but it's not too much of a kind of steep break, if you will. It's staying very much in that neutral palette. It's staying very much with that high sheen of the wax cord as well. There's 10 metres worth on each of these, so you've got 50 metres worth in total on this, and the wax cord itself feels lovely and strong, really strong. And it does, like I say, you know, have that kind of wet look to it, which is very, very pretty indeed. I've also got for you here your monofilament, your elastic, and your beading thread as well, which sticks to very much the same colours and tones. I think we could admit that there is a lot going on here to really kind of spike the attention. Not only have you got, you know, as Mark said, a very, very popular strand indeed with those golden pyrite, you've also got the unisex coins, the vintage rounds, and those unique and individual, rarely seen centre drill drops. I've then got for you a threading pack, which we always need, but we can always do with extra. And I've got all of those wax cords, 50 metres worth in spools, making it very easy to work with. This is a golden leaves collection. Now the price you're about to see isn't actually the RRP. The RRP on this was £48.20. So RRP, £48.20. However, one or more of these products has been dropped in price recently, and therefore we take that into account when we show you the price we're about to show you. Your price point today, if you went to purchase this online, if you went and purchased every single one of these individually online, it would still be £39.20. Now, can I just highlight to you, that already has a £9 saving from its RRP. You've already got £9 off this collection as that stands, because like I said, the RRP on this is £48.20. So already a £9 saving. We're going to save you the time and the effort of going and buying all of these individually online and paying extra. That's your discount code. Type that in right now and you don't have to pay £48 or £39. It's £24.95. Mark has got a huge smile on his face now for that. What do you think of that, Mark?
Well, the necklace that we'll have a look at in a minute, the one that the one nearest to me, I would have that on my stall for £45.
£45, yeah.
Easily, because
easily.
It was a good 3, 4, probably just over 4 hours work. So you need to put that into account. So even though the materials aren't very expensive, it's your time that went into it. So yeah, easily without doubt.
I've just been told it's less than 40 we've got now. Is that right? There's loads of people on the phone lines. I can't see you, but I've just been told lots of people waiting for this on the phone lines who are just coming in. I don't think anyone expected a price drop like that, given the RRP was, you know, £48.20. So a great price drop. Lots and lots more of you coming through now on those telephones. So do stay on the phone lines. If you haven't made an order with us before, don't be afraid. Oh, honestly, it's so easy. It's really easy. I'm rubbish at kind of, you know, ordering things online. I'm one of those people who ends up, if I'm shopping online, excuse me, we're shopping online. You know, I'm one of those people who accidentally put sort of 4 things in, 4 of the same item in my basket, and I go, no, it's not like that at all. It's really, really easy. 0800 644 655. Press number 1, you'll get straight through to our call team. They're just a few doors down the road and they're very, very helpful indeed. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
I had a hug day. Yeah. You know, let's not bash our mics. No. How are you today?
We're both wearing our poppies.
Yes,
because it's the day tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And I recently learned, the day before yesterday, but ideally the leaf should be pointing at 11 o'clock.
It should.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
I recently discovered that.
Yes, I did know that. The I quite like, cause these ones, they do droop down, don't they? They do have a mind of their own. Yeah, I have got a metal one at home, so it's always, it stays there.
But you were talking about you making mistakes on websites.
Yes, all the time.
I'm a bit of a fiend for bargains with DVDs, because I'm a bit of a sci-fi geek, as the viewers know.
Yes.
And on Saturday, I had 11 DVDs arrive, all under £1.
Oh,
really,
wow.
Every single one of them, the wrong region. So I can't watch any of them.
Oh, no. What are you going to do? Are you going to send them back? Or?
It's hardly worth it, is it?
No, I know.
So,
I've done that before.
But you just get so excited about what, you just don't read the small print.
And then your DVD goes, no, we can't play this.
Wrong region, so that was completely... never mind.
Bless you.
Never mind. There must be a way of watching them on the computer, maybe.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be. I have got to show you some of Mark's pieces, and don't forget, you've got the chance to win some of these today with our competition. This is the one that I was mentioning earlier on when I said about that fluidity and how those drops just highlight it. This piece is stunning, Mark. Is this the one you were talking about selling on your stall?
This is just beautiful. And what I've decided, I'm going to give away this piece and the 2 Battleship Grey pieces next door as one, and then 1 piece from the other kit.
Oh, fantastic.
Is that
I
right?
love that. Yeah, of course it is. So we're going to give away the 2 necklaces with the bracelet, and we're going to give you a sneaky other as well, because let's face it, you know, you've got to have a set in there, haven't you? And that does just class as one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So actually you're getting 4 pieces today, which is really exciting. You can tell you've had a lot of fun working with this, and I've got to say, it looks very varied.
Completely. I mean, I wanted to use all the gold. I knew straight away that I wanted to do beady beads with it, and I had 1 stone left over from the strand. So you can get, if you take 6 from either end to make the first bead, and then 12 from the centre, because the size graduates, you get that different size, small to large.
Yeah.
And then I just use 3 of the tassels from the strands, because every single strand has tassels in this kit, so you get 8 tassels straight away, which is really nice.
That's really good.
But for me, it was the wax cord, because the colours variation, the palette is perfect from dark to light.
Yeah.
It just opens up all sorts of avenues. It's amazing.
Really, I just love this collection. Isn't it a sensational collection, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget, you can feel free to send your text in. We've already had a couple of questions for you, which we'll get to in a bit. So do feel free to text in any questions. What do you think of Mark's jewellery? What would you be doing if you won these pieces? Would you be wearing them yourself? Would you be giving them to your loved ones? If you've got any questions for him as well, do feel free. 62777. We're going to get through as many as we can for you today. So you text to the word JM Studio, and we'll try and show as many texts as we possibly can today. Okie pokes, Mark, what are we going to be learning today?
Well, I'm going to show you a bit of this first necklace, which is known as Cavendoli.
Oh, it sounds like a lovely pizza topping.
It does, that's what Lucy says.
I like that.
And then I'm going to set, this will probably be about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you 2 braiding techniques that will take 1.5 minutes each.
Wow.
Really quick to learn braids, including the one that's got the pyrite hanging from it.
Oh,
which looks really complicated, but it's
lacy
simple.
looking, isn't
it's
it?
Beautiful.
Really pretty. Yeah. Okay, let's get started.
Okay, so I've only used shorter pieces of cord for the Cavendoli. In effect, you will need 9 pieces.
9 pieces.
Each piece will need to be 6 foot long. So there's a lot of cord.
6 foot,
6 foot long. So my height.
Are you exactly 6 foot tall? Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Okay, so I've only used shorter pieces.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the overhead, I've colour graded from dark right through to light. So I've got the dark brown, I've got the rust brown, the olive, and the mushroom colours. Okay. Now, to get the pattern, we need to have. Can I have the necklace over? Actually, I'll lay it alongside just so I can do a bit of explaining. I'll take that off.
All these treats have just been handed.
Oh my word! Look at this. Okay, so if we look at the necklace on the overhead, you'll notice that I've got 2 bands of each colour. So I've got the pale right down to the dark at the bottom. To get that effect, you will need 3 strands of either the light or the dark.
Okay.
Because the third strand will so inside these little zigzags here is the holding cord. So that needs to be either the light or the dark. If you just went for 2 colours of each, you would end up with either the bottom or the top having one of the colour, and it just wouldn't look right. Okay. So whichever side you decide to have the 3 strands, you'll need 3 strands of one and 2 of all the others. Okay? That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
So the first thing you need to do is gather all of your cords up together and just tie an ordinary overhand knot at the end, but you need to leave a minimum of a foot of each of the cords, because that is what you're going to then use to do your macrame section on the side.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you need a minimum of a foot, preferably a bit more if you can. Okay? So we need to start the cavandoli. So I've laid out my cords, and it's really important, if you can, to just, when you're separating your cords onto the bottom of the board, like so, to don't have them crossing over at the top. You want to keep them as they are in the knot, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean,
okay?
Yeah.
So I've decided on mine that I'm going to have the holding cord being the dark. So we're going to take the dark cord, and all we're going to do is we're going to slide it across and pop it into a slot on the right-hand side. Now, I've used this board quite a lot, and as you can see, some of the slots are starting to just slightly part. So to make sure that's nice and tight, I just make sure that I use as many of the slots as you can. I mean, there's no harm in it at all. Okay. So that's nice and secure. Okay. Now the knot we're going to use in this is, for the first row we're going to do half hitch, and then for the rest of the necklace it's double half hitch. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to start from the left and work towards the right. So we're going to pick up the left cord, and we're going to drop it over the holding cord. Okay. And all we're going to do is we're just going to feed it back underneath and pull nice and tight. Okay, don't get caught in the pin. Now you will need quite a few pins for this technique, so whether you have T-pins or stationary pins, nap pins, anything like that. Then we start for the next one, so we take it across and back through, pull nice and tight, make sure it goes to the left.
And I noticed that when you're threading through, you naturally go to put it into a loop as you are now. Why is that?
It's easier. Well, these are quite short pieces. If you imagine a 6-foot length, you would be spending so much time finding the end and then feeding it through, which you can do. There's nothing wrong with that. But I found that, especially with the first little sections, if you just take your cord, just make a loop near the top, you've got all this excess cord that you don't have to worry about.
Okay, I see.
And then you just feed it under and
tip.
pull it through. Okay. So we'll just do this with the other cords.
And you can already see that it starts to build up.
Yeah, straight away. So this is half hitch, and you'll do 1 row of half hitch at the beginning of your necklace and 1 row of half hitch at the beginning and at the end.
At the beginning and at the end, okay.
And then the rest of it will be double half hitch, so it'll all come clear in a second. Okay, so we've attached all of our cords this way.
Yeah.
So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a pin, and we're going to place the pin. See, there's a little sort of recess from the last knot to your holding cord. We're just going to pop a pin in like so.
Okay.
We're going to unhitch the holding cord, and all this does is it's just going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, holding all of the knots.
Okay, so that's the one that creates the zigzag.
So all we're going to do, we're going to slide it across and put it in the same slot that it was on that side. Again, make sure it's nice and secure. Now, difference, we're going to do, this is where it's going to be double half hitches now. Okay. So basically we do exactly the same knot, but we do it twice. Okay. Okay. When we're doing from the knotting from now on, we always start from the inside nearest the pin and we work out. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take our first cord.
And do we need to make sure these are in the same colour order?
They will be. As soon as you've attached your first, they will be in order. Yeah.
Fab.
Okay, so we do, that's our half hitch. Then we just do it again. So this becomes our double half hitch. Just feed that under there. Okay, pull nice and tight, and then we take our next. So we're going to do the double again. So we go over and under, pull nice and tight, over and under, pull nice and tight. Okay, and you'll notice that the colours will start separating a bit more as you continue on your little section. Okay. So we're going over and under, pull nice and tight, over and under. Then we'll take the next one.
Do you ever, if someone rung the doorbell and say, now,
Yeah.
And you carried on, you'd only done one, would that be a massive issue?
No, you can see, because what you do, you just pull the cord to the left and you can see how many times the cord has gone over. Can you see it's only once?
Yeah, you can see.
So you just need to pull it to the left and that'll tell you. If you did it to the right, you'd see that it has two. One to the left and one to the right.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Good question there.
Oh, thank you. It's just because the postie's always interrupting me.
Okay, so I'll just finish this row, keeping in the order. And then you'll see it starting to take shape. And I'll show you how to do one zigzag, which is then just repetition. And then I'll show you how we do the macrame section at the end.
Fantastic.
Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds like a very good plan. You've thought this out, Mark.
Sorry?
You've thought this out.
Funny that. Okay, all the way along. This again, you can pop some music on in the background.
What kind of crafting music do you suggest?
Well, I'm on Cher's greatest hits on loop at the moment.
Brilliant. Number one Cher
Which
tune.
is a bit random.
Please
well,
share.
I like the old ones. I got You Babe, the old Sonny Bono years.
Yes, I get you. Yeah. I like that.
Okay, so that's your second row. So as you can see, it's slightly wider. You've got a section in that little gap there that looks a bit untidy, but when we come to doing the macrame section, we'll open up all of that and dispose of it. So don't worry about that little section there. Okay, so we just go along to the left now, and again, where that little corner forms, we pop a pin in. And to start, we always want 2 rows of straight. So if I do the second section, if you've got something to show the viewers, I can get on with that. Or would you like to see me do this?
No, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so just make sure that's nicely secured in there. Again, we start from the inside and we work out. So it's exactly the same as we've just done. So over once, pull, over twice, pull, next cord, over once, pull. So once you start getting into that routine,
and you can actually build up quite a bit of pace. I doubt you were this sort of quick and proficient when you first started, were you?
And bear in mind, I would have all that cord that I'd have to stop cats from stealing and get tangling up in your pins and all sorts of.
Of course you would.
Sorts of things.
Just to let everybody know that we do have many treats coming up for you today, but the quantity of the kit weighs, I'm in my last chance saloon on it now, well, quite a bit into it actually, so please do feel free to treat yourself to that one whilst you can. RRP on it was £48.20. We rolled it down to £24.95, which is really, really very astonishing price point. So do treat yourself whilst you can, and don't forget competition to win Mark's pieces coming up really shortly for you today.
What form is the competition going to take?
It's going to be 3 questions, and then they're going to message in afterwards, and it's all birthstone related.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a bit of a theme running through, theme. I think you'll be very good at it, I reckon. You're going to know them all, I can tell.
Okay. So that's your second starting section. Okay. So as you can see now, when you have your cords laying down, you can see the order. It's all sorted itself out now. Can you see there's no crossing over?
None at all.
It's all perfect.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I'll show you how we start doing the zigzag.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you how to finish using the end, which is exactly the same at the end of the necklace as well.
I see, got you.
Okay. So we're going to pop a pin in, and we need to decide on the angle of our zigzag.
Okay.
So what I tend to do is, all I do is pull nice and tight on these cords and just decide, well, that's not too bad, that's probably it. Okay, so just choose your first angle, and that first angle will then determine the angle of your V's all the way down your necklace.
Okay.
Okay.
So does the size of those V's make a difference to how big it is or not?
Yeah,
It will.
because if you went like this, you see, you'd have a big V.
Yeah.
If you went up, you'd have a little V.
Little.
Yeah, so just have a play around and see what
But
you
you don't
think.
need more cords for a larger or smaller?
No,
Okay,
not
great.
at all. Not at
That's
all.
easy enough.
Yeah, so we're just going to place that in. Now what you need to remember is, once you've decided on your cord, I haven't used the back of because of the grid, and it will just hide all the cords. But I'll just explain about the zigzag. Once you've decided on your zigzag angle, okay, you would do this zigzag here, which I'm about to show you.
Yeah.
And then for the second zigzag, you go exactly the same slot the other
across.
side. You do that zigzag, and then from then on, you drop 2 slots on your macrame board from where it was,
I see.
go across to the same, drop 2 slots, across to the same, drop 2 slots, across to the same.
Get ya.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you'll have that exactly the same size
Brilliant.
little triangle form.
So if you think you'll forget maybe just a little blob of something at the
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
or even a little note.
Yeah, a little post-it note on the side of your board.
Okay.
So this is where we start getting the zigzag. Again, we start from the inside nearest the pin we've just put on, and it's exactly the same. So it's your first half hitch up to the corner, then your second. So there's a lot of stitches, but it's all repetition, so it's not tricky at all.
You don't have to sort of remember, oh no, I
You
haven't
don't have to
changed
remember
this stitch or that
anything.
stitch.
No, absolutely. So again, we just... Now there are some amazing micro macrameists, Deb Rudge for example, who wouldn't do this holding. She would actually hold the two cords and knot. But personally for me, I find it easier for me because I always forget which side my knot's going to go. So
Yeah.
I've always done it like this, but
Different strokes for different
Absolutely.
folks, as
Yep.
they say.
yep. Okay, so we just go up again. You can see all the colours starting to form that V shape. Okay, and then I'll show you how we pin it so we get the nice curve forming.
Wonderful.
This will take a bit of practice because you don't, if you pull too tight, you won't get that nice. You see, already we've got a curve. It will
Yeah,
just be a
straight.
a diagonal line, and we want
Okay.
it to be
Nice and curved.
yeah. So
Now,
just-
if you did want to create a look like this in maybe a slightly different medium, well, a slightly different,
that would look amazing.
that would look really
Yeah.
so wintry.
And again, you've got the colour grading from dark to light, so it would be perfect.
That would look just
Yeah.
phenomenal, wouldn't it? And I've also got, it comes with gold and black as well, which is another little festive addition there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can do this technique with these ones. Obviously, it'll be a slightly different pressure you need to apply, but you know, you have got the dark to light in these, which will just give such an eye-catching look, wouldn't they? This is your black tie ball, sorry. And what we have here for you is you have your black, your white and your silver. 120 metres worth apparently on these, which is a big amount to get in there for over the 3 packs. And they're really, really, really easy to use. They've got a lovely mystic look to them. If I just unfurl them slightly, you'll be able to see all of that texture and all of that sheen, and it really does have a stunning mystic look,
That's
which would go
beautiful.
amazingly with your next kit, wouldn't it?
It would actually, yes.
Because of the mysticaliness. I won't say too much because we have got that coming up shortly. But yeah, you have that lovely mystic look with it, with kind of pinks and greens running across the surface. I've then got for you your black gold and black and gold mix of the hollow Zari rope. So this is hollow. You can put wire through it. You can put gemstones through it if you want to as well. Or you can just use it as a nice kind of neckline talk if you wish. So again, big amount in there also. Lots and lots for you to work with here. You've got 120 metres worth of this collection approximately, and you've got around about 30 on this collection here. We're rolling down that price. Black tie ball price point, £7.95.
For all 6?
Yes. Working out about
Oh my gosh.
150 metres worth. And that's without unfurling these, because of course you can unfurl these. They can
Completely.
come separate, and there's sort of 4 cords within there. So that's a big amount, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So for me, that would the way the deal reads there, that would
Yeah.
be buy this deal
Yeah.
and get that one free, or vice versa.
Yeah. That's phenomenal price, isn't it? I'm sure that when we started doing these were £8.95 each,
I'm sure they
weren't
were
they?
as well.
I'm sure they were. These ones alone. That's a great price point. Treat yourself to these ones whilst you have the opportunity to do so. I love the idea of doing Mark's design with these, and in fact...
But you could do it with that as well, with the thicker. There's nothing stopping you using any material at all.
No.
No, absolutely.
Just
But
give you a
I like the
chunky
idea
look.
of these, filling them, I mean, that with black onyx or black agate gemstones running
Wow.
through, just simple.
That would be so pretty, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Ooh,
That's amazing.
I love those ideas. Well done to everyone who's treating yourself to this. Absolute bargain, it's safe to say. Just $7.95 for you. Okay,
Wow.
so we finished that zig section.
The zig section. Okay, so I've done all of the threading. That's quite important now with the positioning of the pin, okay? So we've done the zigzag. So as you can see, from the last knot to where the holding cord, that little section is where we're going to put the pin. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to nudge the section up so we get that curve. Then I pop the pin in, okay? And then that's going to hold. So, do you remember what I said about positioning of the zig to the zag? Can you remember?
Yeah, you need to go completely opposite now.
Perfect. So it's easier with the grid when you have it at home. So we're going to pick it out of this slot, and we're going to crow across the board and pop it in exactly the same slot. And then we know that the zag is going to be the same angle as the zig. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then we're just going to continue again. So again, where are we going to start from?
You're going to start from closest to the pin.
That's good. You'll be able to do this at home now.
Oh, I know. I'm going to try it with that thick cord.
Okay, so we'll just do the zigzag, and then I'll show you how we do when we finish. Okay, so again, it's exactly the same, but we're just doing the same knot, but in a different angle.
It's amazing that it does build up quickly. Obviously, you've got shorter pieces, but just to let everybody know that quantity-wise on that cord, we are getting low now. Names have gone off my screen, but the kit is, if everybody checks out their basket, I will have literally less than a handful left. So please do get your hands on that kit, because there's lots of you with it in your baskets. I think you're just going, oh yeah, and having another little look around, but don't forget, fastest finger first. And if you don't check out those baskets, someone else will come through and take it out of that basket. So please do check those out when you can.
Okay, so we'll just quickly whiz through this. So if you revert back to the necklace, you will see that in the centre at the bottom, okay, because if I would have kept going, it would have made a bracelet, but I wanted to change the angle so it would make a necklace. So you can see the V forming the bottom.
Yes.
So if you notice what I've done, do you remember at the start of the necklace I've just shown you, we did 2 rows of double half hitch next to each other. All I've done is I've done exactly the same there, which then changes the angle by 90 degrees. And then you can then go up and do the second half exactly the same way, but just decide how many V's you want, how many zigs and zags you want before the centre. And when you've decided on the number, you do 2 rows of the basic double half hitch, like we did at the start. As you can see, there's 2 rows next to each other, and then that will change the angle completely, and you just do it in reverse. So
that's
really
how you get
simple.
that curve there.
Yeah. So again, before we pop the pin in, we just give it a little push, pop in our pin, and we bring around our. So how many squares do we drop?
2.
2. So that's the slot we're in. So we drop 2, we go across, and then we pop in, and you just keep doing that all the time. So same slot, opposite, 2 drop down, 2 opposite, 2 drop down, all the way until you get to your finished length. So halfway down, so about here, you'll do your 2 rows on top of each other, which will change the angle. Okay. So then when you get to the end, you do your double row, exactly the same, and then this is a bit that I really enjoy doing. So I'm going to get to the end, and at this point you can take all the pins off, which is the best thing in the world. I know it's a little thing, but taking your pins out your board is
oh, and taking your pins out to share in the background.
Okay. Then all we're going to do is we're going to undo the knot. So don't tie that knot too tight.
Okay.
But with wax cord, it's quite a nice material, so you won't have any problem. And all we're going to do, because we only did 1 knot at the beginning, not 2, we're going to undo that simple little row. Okay, and they come apart really easily. Now for your basic macrame, you need 3 cords. You need 1 lazy and 2 working. So and we've already discussed at the beginning that we had 9 cords. So we've got 3 sets of 3, which is perfect for starting the macrame. Okay, so we've undone that knot. So that's got rid of that horrible little section at the bottom. And then we've got our nice neat 2 rows, which we're going to have at the beginning, and we're going to have in the middle, and we're going to have at the end. Okay. So now we separate our cords into 3. This is why it's important you leave at least a foot, preferably 1.5, even 2, something like that. So we've got our 3, okay? And then I start in the middle section. So I've got my 3 cords. I'm going to use the middle as my lazy, and I'm going to do 10 square knots. Okay, so sorry, 10 half square knots, so 5 square knots in full. Okay, and that sits really nicely. So I'll just do a couple for now. Okay. Okay, so we do that on that side. Do a couple more. Another thing you'll need to bear in mind is when you come to do the other end of your necklace, is to make sure that you do the cords in the same order. Otherwise, the 2 ends will look different. So the way I do it is one end of the necklace, start with the left side of the knot first. On the other end of the necklace, start with the right-hand side of the knot first, and then you'll get a complete mirror image. So as you can see here, I've got the olive going down the centre and the brown either side. If you did exactly the same left and then right at the bottom of your necklace, you'd have green on the outside and brown on the inside. Okay, so when you get to the other end of the necklace, do your knots in reverse. Okay, so I'll just finish off this little section and then we'll show you how to do the next
Fantastic. I'll bring this to you now because we are talking about this section here on the neckline piece, and you'll be able to see Mark has used the cord ends on here. It's a really, really easy finding to use to finish off these designs, and it looks so professional, doesn't it? It really does. It's really easy to use, and I have a couple of these findings in my findings pack here. It's unusual for us to see a silver-plated copper findings pack of late. We've brought you lots and lots of 925, but maybe you want to get your hands on some copper. This is going on and off your screen because Helena's maybe just realised the price. Your price point today for this pack, it's... yep, okay. Pretend that didn't happen. I've got loads more coming up for you now, and I'm going to bring one to you really quickly. You can get your hands on that treat if you so wish. I'm going to bring something really quickly. I'm going to do the glue because once you've used your cord ends, you do need something to add a bit of extra security. We don't have to, but a lot of people will suggest that you do. And I've got some glue here for you, and it does come with some glorious greens as well. So you've got here your hypo cement in the super strong bond and in the fabric as well. The fabric one's great because you will keep a little bit of that fluidity there, whereas this one will be super duper strong.
This is my adhesives bag that I keep in my toolkit. So
you are organisation station, aren't you? Look, you've got your hypo cement and your E6000 and everything else in there. I love, this is my adhesive bag. So they are so important to use with all of our jewellery making.
And I always recommend, if you're making jewellery for yourself, it's not so important if it breaks, because you can fix it. But once you've sold a piece of jewellery and it falls apart, it's people aren't going to go back to you again, and the people can't get hold of you to get it repaired. So always use glue as well
as
with
a little
your
addition.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've then got the green and the gold as well in here for you in this collection too. It's your thread that's braided. All of this for you today, including the glues. It's just one price point. It should be $15.85, but we are rolling the price down right here, right now. Hypo cement, great to have. We don't have it on that often at all, so get it whilst you can, especially when we're taking it down in price to just £8.95. I myself have seen just one of these at £7 in a very well-known shop. So to get both of them and all this, great price point, $8.95 for you today. Okie pokes, I'm back with you, Mark, for the last couple of minutes.
Cool. So I've done my 3 section. Okay, now we're going to go into 2. So this time we've got 9. Okay, we want 2 groups of 4. So we're going to go to the middle section, and all we're going to do is we're just going to flip the middle one of the group of 3 out of the way. And then we've got a group of 4 on one side and a group of 4 on the other. This time we're going to have 2 laces, okay, and we're going to tie exactly the same way a series of square knots. And then what that will do, it'll bring the 2 sections together.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 and then 2. Just take your time on this bit, it gets a bit fiddly. And again, everything you do on one end of the necklace, you'll have to do the opposite on the other to get that symmetry. Okay, and then on the other side, bear in mind we need to flip that olive out of the way. Put it over there. So we've got our group of 4 again. So just take your time on organising your cords, and this will just tighten it all together. Okay, so bring that across. Okay, this is really nice, this cord. It's a funny cord actually. It's a cross between sort of if you imagine hemp and leather.
It's kind of
having
like
a
that,
love child. This would be it.
I love the imagery today, Mark. I really do.
Okay, so you've done your square knots.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're left with 8. So then you group it in 2.
Okay.
Okay, you've got your 8. So have 2 on the outside. Keep that olive one out of the way. 2 on the outside, and then 4 on the inside, and then do your last section. And then you can either keep all of them, or you can cut half of them away because they're embedded in the knots, so that's not going to problem. And then with that olive one that we kicked out of the way earlier, we'll just cut that off because it's not going to go anywhere.
No, it's done. We're done with it. It's
and then pop your clasps on, and then that's your cover and doily. But it's a really nice therapeutic technique, and you get an amazing effect, especially with these colour range. If you've got a nice colour palette that that you can grade the colours.
And you most certainly do with that kit. Isn't it just sensational? Mark, I absolutely love that design. I really, truly, truly do. Now, we have had loads of messages in for you, but I've just been told how long before we have to go to a break?
Oh.
45 seconds, so we will come back to Mark later on. But I have got 45 seconds. We have to go dead on the hour nowadays.
Yes, I know, yeah, absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got loads more coming up for you. I've got more Mark. I've got birthstones. I'm excited for those. And the competition. You get to win some of Mark's pieces, including the piece we've just shown you as well. I've got about 2 or 3 of the kit left, so if you want it, you've got to come in and get it. And me and Mark will be back after the show with birthstones, with competitions, and with more makes and designs. We will see you in a second or two.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Good morning, Jewellery Maker!
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin for the Introduction to Bead Looming DVD. Sarah will guide you through many techniques including adding beads, pattern creations, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, as well as how to set up your bead loom. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, everybody, to Jewellery Maker. Good morning to you all. It is the 10th of November. That is right. And today I'm joined by the lovely Mark. Good morning, Mark.
Hello, hello, hello.
Now, we've been doing some of your demos already, but we want to fit in some more time right here, right now.
Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 braids.
Yeah.
One is the beady bead necklace.
Wonderful.
Which looks really, really complicated, but it's so simple. And also we're going to show you the braid on the left, the grey necklace again.
Now, don't forget, you had the chance to win this today. I've got a competition launching for you in minutes. Fab. So we're going to start off with the lacy one.
Yeah, I call it the farm gate, but I don't think that's a very romantic name.
Oh, I like that.
But it's called the crossover square knot. Okay.
Crossover square knot.
So for this, you will need 4 pieces of cord. Okay, whatever length your necklace is going to be, and separate them into 4. Take the 2 outside cords. The 2 left are going to be the lazy, and we're going to tie a square knot at the top. So left and then right. Okay, so it's nice and secure. And then we're going to unhitch the 2 cords. We're going to take the cords we've just worked with and replace them in 1 slot at the bottom of the board.
Okay.
Decide on a length you want your space to be between your bars of your gate. Pop in a pin. So as in you'd probably use your grid on the if you were doing this at home. We tie a square knot around the pin. Use it as a support. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, undo our bottom, flip them across, take the 2 we've just worked with down in the same slot at the bottom, pop in a pin to determine your space. Obviously you'd want it to be roughly the same sort of distance. You don't have to use the pin at all, you can do it by eye, but I just wanted it to be
perfect.
Okay.
Of course.
So that's your second gate. Then you unhitch the 2 from the bottom.
That is easy.
Separate them, take the 2 you've just worked with into a slot, pop in your pin, determining where you want your space to be. And then, so what I did for the necklace is I did a section, then I threaded all 4 pieces through the little rosary link that I had left at the top, and then just carried on the other side. You can see where the little space at the top.
Looks phenomenal.
So that's that. So that's the crossover farm gate bar.
Laciness.
Yeah, but I think that looks really nice.
It?
And you can do this as wire as well. You get a really nice effect with wire.
I adore that.
Okay.
Yeah, fab.
And as promised, the second one, which is even quicker.
The second one, just to let you know, what's on your screen at the moment is black tie, and we took these 3 and these 3 down to just $7.95, and that was for all of them. And you can do these techniques that we're showing, that Mark's showing you now with them. We took it to just £7.95 for you.
Okay, so with the necklace, I just used grey. Okay, but I'm going to show you the 2 different colours just so you can see the design. Okay, and this is the half hitch, which we've just learnt for the Cavendoli.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 2 cords, so we get a thicker braid. You can use as many as you like. With the gold and the black you've just had, that would be stunning.
That would be so
okay, so we're going to take the left cord, we're going to drape it across, we're going to take back underneath and pull to the top. Okay?
Yeah.
Replace it in a slot, do the same with the green in reverse. So we take it across as though you're going to start a square knot macrame, underneath, pull to the top, back down to the bottom, pick up the left side of your knot, underneath, pull. Put it back in, pick up the right cord.
It's really nice in the different colours, isn't it?
You can go to town with this at Christmas with glittery colours and all of our amazing cords. Pop it down, pick up the left, and that's it.
That's so simple.
So if you had lots of cords at home and you wanted to make, and you were making wrapped cabochons, for example, you can now make some really exquisite braids with all of your cords and things really quickly and really simply. So with the 2 colours, you get a really nice
That gives
effect.
such a stunning look.
Beautiful.
Imagine that as well with those mystic cords that are on your screen to go with your mystic gemstones later.
Perfect.
So excited.
There
Thank you, Mark, for showing us all of those. No, of course. Loads and loads and loads of different techniques today. We're going to be back with Mark in a bit for that very exciting kit. Are you looking forward?
I keep saying this on most shows, but I think this is probably kit of the year.
I'm going to be honest, in the workshop the other day, you ran out to his car to go and get it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I have to show everybody this. Okie pokely, everyone. It is birthstone hour for you, and I have got some competition questions coming up, and you've all got the chance to win some of Mark's amazing pieces. So I'm going to start off at the top of the year with January. Now, 9 o'clock, yeah. Now, what I'm going to bring to you now is a big selection of different birthstones. I've got every month's birthstone in here. And what I have to start off with is January, which of course is garnet. And I've just gone and opted for my most spectacular garnet, Tsavorite. Tsavorite garnet. It is just one of the most spectacular gems, complete and absolute unknown quantity on this. We never ever know when this is going to run out. It's not like we can make an educated guess on this even. You know, this could run out in 10 years' time. It could run out in 40 years' time. It could, though, actually run out in 10 months' time. It's one of those things that we just can't estimate, because at the end of the day, you know, this was discovered in 1969, I think it was. And it was actually discovered by a British gemologist. And this British gemologist found this, fell in love with it. And then due to lots of difficulties and different kind of issues, around about 90% of all mines have closed down since that time. So since the 70s, we've gone from around 44 mines approximately. And now we've only got about 5 of those mines left. So it's been just a massive decrease in the amount of mining area and mining space we have for this. So we can't judge how long we're going to have this for, but I can tell you this, it's not one of those gemstones that's regularly abundant. It's not one of those gemstones that's easy to get your hands on. And I can say as well that it is a gemstone that we have our buying team has recently tried to purchase more of in different shapes and different sizes, and essentially we haven't been able to. Even with our buying power, we haven't been able to. Get this whilst you can. It's one of the rarest, most profound garnets on the planet. January's birthstone, Tsavorite garnet, your price point today. It's rolling down. Now, I know we shouldn't roll down the price because, let's face it, we can't get our hands on this anymore for love nor money. And it is love and money we're offering. £9.95 for you today. This gemstone we just cannot get our hands on right here, right now. I imagine, Mark, because I know that you love chips and nuggets. I know that you love variety of colour, but I also know that you love rare, unusual gemstones. So this for you must be perfect, mustn't it?
Well, I mean, I mentioned it quite a few times to the viewers that when I started, I thought amethyst was purple. I thought garnet was red. And just being introduced to different colours and different varieties. So, for example, you have this Tsavorite and you have the mandarin and the hessonite. Yeah. It's just incredible what's actually out there. So to be able to have something a bit different, because nobody approaching your craft stall will know that that is a garnet, will they? No. So to be able to talk to them and introduce them to new gemstones, like we have with labradorite. You know, so many people I've introduced labradorite to over the years that are coming back time and time to buy more. So if we can do that with stones like Tsavorite and hessonite, it's just incredible, isn't it?
It is absolutely incredible. It really is. And don't forget for me, you know, since the 70s, starting off with only about 44 mines, which isn't a lot anyway. We have about 5 open now. It's actually smaller mining area than some one locational gemstones that you might know and love. This is a very, very special gemstone. It's the lowest price Tsavorite garnet we've got for you right here, right now. And at £9.95, you do have inherent value. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You have serious inherent value. And it has been tipped as one of those investment pieces by quite a few gemology journals. I now have less than 50 available of this. Once it's gone, it's gone. We can't purchase any more at the moment. We haven't been able to, our buying team, so truly get it whilst you can, because this, for a gift, for a January baby, is something very, very special indeed. £9.95 on your Tsavorite garnet. Well done to everyone. Going to move on now to the February birthstone. Pardon?
That's us.
Well, no, I'm February. I'm February.
I am as well. Yeah.
February. Oh, sorry. I thought you were like January. No. And Helena is as well. And Helena is.
Really?
Which one are we doing? Are we doing both? Yeah, we're going to do both. I showed you one of them earlier and I said this is quite an interesting one, but I know you'll love this as well because Mark, as we all know, does love chips and nuggets, but actually you also really appreciate craftsmanship, don't you?
Completely. Sometimes I get not embarrassed, that's the wrong word, but in awe of the pricing that we can give to the viewers, knowing where that stone started and the processes it's gone through and the man hours. Yes. It's just incredible sometimes.
And this one is serious man hours. Look at this, ladies and gents. Concave cut, but in a really unique and individual way. Now, don't forget, when I bring you concave cut, so this is amethyst, of course, and it is your February birthstone. when I bring you concave cut, I'm bringing you something that is a relatively kind of recent innovation actually. So a concave cut, very simply, on the simplest term, states that the facets themselves, so all of that really nice etching, let's say, on the surface, isn't flat, it's concave. So it goes in a dome shape. The dome itself has to be absolutely perfect on both sides, or else it will give you a very unusual look and not a very pretty one to the eye. So these are created by concave artists. The skill level and the machinery level to create this is really a relatively new innovation, and it gives just the most superb expression of brilliance. Really shows off that amethyst. Now, the other collection I have for you isn't actually a stranded collection. So if you want the February birthstone and you want the absolute ultimate gift, then this for me is it. If someone made something for this, for a Christmas present for me, being my birthstone, I would be absolutely in awe, because the craftsmanship on this to me is so excessive. It's so sensational, and again, the cut is so unique. I would not for a second think that someone had bought this in a store, because it's so unique and individual, and you can tell the quality is done with love. It's a wonderful strand. Your concave cut amethyst price point on February's birthstone is again rolling down. My producer Helena has picked out some true treats for us today. She really has. Rolling it down for you to this price point. You know the amount of work that goes into
How many
this.
on the strand?
2, 4, 6, 8, about 10.
So it's under £3 for each of those. So this is where you, anyway.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we say on average, now this is obviously on average, but we'll say that a simple plain round will take a roundabout, from kind of a start to end process of the look, about 8 minutes per gems to create, about, from kind of cobbing to shaping. These ones can take up to around 45 minutes per one to create.
And that's after 20 years experience, I would imagine,
Well,
and learning.
Absolutely.
Is it right that it normally goes father to son? It's generational, isn't it?
A lot of the time it's passed down throughout the generations, and don't forget, once you create this, you're not technically called a lapidarist anymore, you're called a concave artist, which is just such a statement. We've rolled that down dramatically in price, $27.95. Well done. Okay, another February. I'm going to bring you another amethyst now, and this is going to be because for gifts you don't necessarily always want to make jewellery. You know, for some people who maybe already make jewellery, you might want to give a little bit of a different quirky gift, and I think this does that perfectly, because you've got something that connoisseurs like Mark would love, I'm sure, to have on their stall.
It's just so unusual, isn't it? We were discussing this before the show. So you've got your faceting, you've got your cabochon, and you've got your piece of rough, just so you can see all connotations of the gemstone. I think it's very cleverly put together. It
is actually, isn't it? It goes to show kind of the different stages of the craftsmanship, which is really unique and individual to see, isn't it? I'm going to get some of these out for you so you can really see around them, if I may. I'll probably get out the cabochon itself, the quality. I've not seen quality like that in a cabochon of amethyst, I have to say, here at JewelleryMaker. If I get my claw out, look, the glow on this is just phenomenal. Isn't that spectacular? Look at the clarity on that. Don't forget, often described as a type 2 gemstone, so we expect quite a few inclusions in this. But this on, the clarity aspect on it is absolutely phenomenal. Getting that glow. You are getting the cabochon. You are getting a piece of rough as well, which I think for people to be able to see the difference is going to be a real interest point. If I get the cut one for you now as well, you'll be able to see how craftsmanship can really take from one level to another. And don't forget, you can make these into jewellery. Don't forget.
Yeah, I was thinking that cabochon is large enough to prong set, isn't it?
Definitely.
And this one as well.
And this one, absolutely. You've got that amazing light translating from, you know, table to crown to girdle, pavilion and culée. A lot of strength, a lot of richness, and a real amazing cut on there. And then you, of course, have the rough too, which will be quite interesting to get out, won't it? Because we don't actually get to see whole rough pieces that often at all, but I'll get it for you now so you can really see it. Oh, wow. Again, just really an interesting look on this. So you're getting all three of these. Great for anyone who loves their gemstones. Great for anyone who wants to just have a little look at the different craftsman processes. The price point for all three of them and the storage box today should be $14.95. Really good price, isn't it?
Wow. So that's £5 each plus the storage system as well.
Absolutely. But at £11.95, I think Mark's face says it all, doesn't it? That for a collection like this, and don't forget you get the 3 storage pots and you get the main pot itself that does come with a lid also. £11.95. What would you personally do with this?
I think I'd use it as a selling tool on my stall, just to, as you said, just to show the before, the after, what you can actually come up with, and I think it's brilliant, really good little idea. I haven't seen this before with the ruff.
Me neither, me neither.
No.
You yourself really believe in kind of get the dialogue going with your customers. Would this help?
Completely, absolutely, completely. No, I think it's really important that you're not just there behind your stall, head in a book, selling a pair of earrings now and again. You need to be talking to them and educating as well. That's why I like teaching. It's so in effect a craft fair for me is teaching people as well.
Absolutely.
So no, why should we be really also selfish and keep all this knowledge to ourselves when we can pass it to others.
Pass that on.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And don't forget you have got your gem collector quality, so your gem quality collection pieces in here as well, so very high end indeed. And at £11.95, I'm not surprised there's so many of you getting it. Treat yourself to something a little bit different, inspire yourself in a different way. £11.95 on that one today. More people coming through on the phone lines as well. Okay, let's go into March now. I know that you love March's birthstone.
It's my number one this year.
Yeah, aquamarine. Tell me why it's your number one, please.
Well, Labradorite has been my favourite, as in many of the viewers, for the past 4 or 5 years. But this year, our aquamarine quality, for me personally, has outshone every other gemstone that we've had. Even I'm going to say even our diamonds.
Yeah.
For quality of delivery after delivery, it's become exceptional this year to the point where I have to say it has knocked Labradorite off the top. and I think aquamarine will be up there for quite a while now. And this strand just says it all, doesn't it? Absolutely says it all.
It really does. It says the strength of colour is there without an extra needed nudge of paint on top of it. It is, isn't it? It really is sensational.
Completely.
Now don't forget that this gemstone itself is very, very difficult to mine, and the fact of the matter is we are getting better and better quality because we are going to those extra strengths and extra strengths to get this. This gemstone itself actually is mined at a very, very high elevation point of around about, it's 15,000 feet approximately that we actually mine this in certain areas. And when you're getting to that kind of elevation point of about 15,000 feet, you're getting to the point where the intensity of Mother Nature itself is really changing, and that's why I'm allowed to and I'm able to bring you strands of this quality with that clarity, with that strength of colour that is naturally formed. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't even applied heat to this to intensify that colour in any way. This is just what Mother Nature's brought to us. It's got to be one of the best grade of aquamarines we've brought to you, you know, and we are getting better and better and better. It's a wonderful gemstone, a great gift for anyone born in March and any other time of year for that matter. Your prize point today for March's birthstone is rolling down again. Now I have to say we're not going to roll down every single strand, but we've just done it for now. The silent glare, I think, of shock Mark just summed that up.
Gosh, that is incredible, isn't it?
Because the thing is, I don't know if you've noticed this, quality going up, natural quality going up, price points going down.
Yes, bizarre, isn't it? It's funny, that.
Isn't it? Isn't it? It's really very, very interesting. And can I just say, you know, I love kind of doing my research on what's going on around and about. Aquamarine has had, over the last year, one of the biggest percentage hikes in price in the gemstone trade of any other gemstone. So I don't know how we're kind of fighting against that at the moment, and I think it's purely because we got a really good deal when we bought this. Because don't forget, when we buy things, we don't just get them the next week. You know, it can take 9 months to more than that for some gemstones. So I think when we got this, it was just before that peak in the market.
I think what I've noticed over the past couple of years, especially in independent jewellers in Witney, is because tanzanite is getting so scarce, there seem to be more aquamarine pieces of jewellery in shop windows than there ever used to be.
Good point.
They would normally have a couple on a little sponge pad, but now they'll have an entire pad of aquamarine, and the tanzanite is disappearing. So I think this is going to be the next big
You think this could be taking that place of the big, beautiful blue gem?
I think so.
And at £21.95, it really is something special. Great quality there for you, and truly do get it whilst you can, because aquamarine is becoming higher and higher and higher in price, and we're finding ourselves with a buying team. I've now got 40 left, £21.95. Nice work to you all. March's birthstone at drop down price there for you. Okay, now for you. April.
The only month that I couldn't cater for until this year.
And what does catering for April on your stall mean?
Well, some people. It's bizarre. It's always you know that law that people always ask for what you don't have. You know the law I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
And I always ask when people approach my stall. One of the first questions, if they pick up a gemstone necklace, I say, "Oh, is aquamarine your birthstone?" No, it's April. Oh, I don't have any diamonds. Oh, What's your birthstone? April. Oh, I don't have any. The number of times that I have to say, unfortunately, I don't have diamonds. But now you can.
Now
it's
you
amazing.
absolutely can.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, the strand I'm about to bring you is very, very special indeed. I've got less than 15 of these available. You ready to just be blown away? This is phenomenal quality.
They're massive.
They're absolutely huge, aren't they, Mark? These are absolutely massive. Now, I've got here for you beautiful, beautiful black diamond. Black diamonds giving you, to some people, the most expensive look of any diamonds, because you have this translation, this scintillation of light, which is just not to be ignored for a moment. This is such a special, special gemstone. Now, I want to point out something about this. This gemstone is something that I think I need to be careful how I say this, but you need to be careful where you purchase diamond from. We've all seen in the news over many, many years, we've all seen in the papers, we've all even seen films probably about this gemstone and about how it's not always, let's say, ethically collected, ethically sourced, ethically collected. What I do need to let you know is that our diamond strand here for you is Kimberley process certified. It is, it absolutely is. When you get this, you can buy in absolute and complete confidence. Now, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say of any places, you know, that have been maybe questioned in the news of late about it, but I can say that this strand right here has gone through that Kimberley process, and it has been Kimberley process certified. And what does that mean? Okay, basically means that when you purchase this gemstone, when you purchase this strand now, you know that this is a conflict-free diamond. Conflict-free diamond. It essentially means that well, do feel free to do your research on the Kimberley process, but essentially it means that you can buy this in confidence, knowing that it has been sourced in an ethical manner, and that it is that conflict-free certified piece. If you want to kind of do a bit of research on the Kimberley process, it's something that was put into place around, I think it was May 2000, definitely in 2000, so do feel free to do your research on it. And I can say that this has got that certified law against it. So you can buy in confidence, give a gift to an April person, and give it with the confidence that you've got your diamonds from the best possible place and for the best possible price. At this one anyway, for you today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I started off with just shy of 15. I've now got under 10 of them left at that price point. For that, what are you getting? You're getting some of the biggest piece diamonds we've ever brought to you. You're getting some of the most crafted diamonds we've ever brought to you. And you're getting that knowledge that you are making a purchase. And don't forget, with our diamonds that have gone through the Kimberley process, you are actually helping towards some of our kind of charity work that we do in those areas. Quite a few of the diamond mines that we work with, we will help to, with some of the money that goes into buying the strands. So essentially, when you purchase strands like this, some of the money that we get back from strands like this will go towards the building of local schools in the area near to mines like this. So you really are getting something that you know is a conflict-free gem, but also something that you know as a kind of gift and as a purchase that you're actually going on to not only give a beautiful gift, but actually to help people in regions around the world for gemstones like this as well. So well done to everybody who's getting it. It's got to be one of the best looking diamonds, for me anyway. What do you think, Mark?
There's 10 on there, is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. £18 for a black diamond. That's how I think of it, you see.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a very small sterling silver chainmail Byzantine bracelet with just one black diamond in the centre. That would just be stunning, wouldn't it?
That would be a gift for all, wouldn't it? It really would. Well done to everybody. If you want this strand before Christmas, then you've got to come in and get it now. You really do. Less than 8 of these left now, so, well, 7 left now. So get it whilst you can. Well done, everybody. Kimberly Process Certified Diamonds. Nice work to you all. April's birthstone there for you. Okay, moving on again. Got for you now May's birthstone. What do we think of emerald, please, Mark?
Again, I was watching, it wasn't a rival channel, it was Gems TV. I was watching Gems TV last night, and they had a whole hour on emerald with Rachel Hatton, and it was just incredible. And every single piece sold out. Yeah. Every single piece. It was just the most beautiful emerald I think I've ever seen. Yeah. And to be able to have it to make jewellery with, I mean, who'd imagine it?
It's exceptional, isn't it, to be able to make your own jewellery with this. And the thing with this strand really is, A, the shaping, and B, the sizes of these.
They're massive.
First off, they are huge, aren't they? If we talk about the size, first off, you've got up to around a 22 mil piece of emerald. That is absolutely mammoth, isn't it? Huge. And don't forget, with the likes of emerald in particular, any of the big four, the bigger the individual piece, the more the inherent value, which is why that diamond, which is at the bottom of your screen now, is so special, because those pieces are massive. And so are these ones. So you've got big, large pieces here. Inherent value-wise, we've really got something special. But also you've got the shape of these as well. Now, don't forget, when emeralds grow, they grow in kind of a downward, almost think of it as a baguette shape, almost think of it as a stalactite shape. So that's how they naturally will grow, that's how they will naturally form. And that's why an emerald cut is something that is obviously very regularly done on an emerald, because it essentially goes with the way that these are grown. But actually what we've done is we've stepped away from that, and we've actually said, do you know what, we're going to make things a little bit harder for ourselves. Yeah, okay, we could do the standard emerald cut because of the formation of the gem. It can be an easier shape to do. But we've gone against that and gone, do you know what, we've got such big pieces here, let's really show off this shine so that all of our customers can make something very, very special with this. And you can with this strand. Get it whilst you can. The price point today on these massive pieces of natural emerald, people are already coming in at that price point, and I am going to drop the price. Again, like I said, I'm not going to be dropping the price of every single one of these strands, but I am on this one today, even though they're massive pieces, even though we've gone to real thought, time and effort to make this into a shape that you yourselves can work with. The inherent value of this strand could be through the roof, as it's natural too. £24.95. Isn't that £10 back in everyone's pocket? What do you... I'm just going to count these out whilst you tell me what you think of that price, please.
We just have a single one you could charge that sort of money for, wouldn't you? Yeah. Remember that necklace I made, the graduated colours earlier? Instead of having the black stones, just have one of those emeralds dropping from that necklace. I think it would be amazing. That would look... And with the colours as well. It'd be perfect, wouldn't it? I've just counted, and I have 17 on my strand. Obviously, I cannot guarantee you will get 17, but you may well. That works out approximately £1.46 per emerald. Ladies and gentlemen, where else can you buy a 22 mil emerald that's been faceted on both sides, that's been drilled with a decent sized drill hole so you can work with it, in a massive carat weight pieces like this of natural emerald for less than the price of a medium sized coffee? Or a book of stamps, which is Helena's favourite analogy. It's cheaper than a book of stamps. A lot cheaper than a book of stamps. A lot cheaper than a book of stamps. That's amazing, isn't it? This emerald working out less than £1.50.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just been told, bang on 40 left now for this natural gemstone, this true wonder. How much would someone's face light up if you just gave one of these as a birthstone gift at Christmas? Now, this is going to sound super decadent, but I'm going to say it anyway. At that price point, really, you could just have it as a little bit of a, you know, do your wrapping, do a nice little card with something special on it, and just have this like on a piece of ribbon, just holding it all together.
If you had a big group of people coming around for Christmas dinner, you could find out their birthstones. Just use one of those as a wine glass charm.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, just an emerald wine glass charm. How amazing. I tell you what, people would not be putting those drinks down, would they? They'd be making sure that emerald was closed. Yeah, that one's mine, the one with the emeralds on. You don't have to tell them it was less than £1.50 per one.
No.
Well done to everyone who's getting this. Natural, less than 30 now. Okie pokey. Let's have a little nosy what else we've got in here. I've got June's selection for you now. Now, June, they've got a couple of birthstones, and I'm going to start off with Helena's favourite. Perfect round.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking that myself then.
Perfect rounds. 9mm. Oh,
real.
My
cultured, even.
Goodness. Real cultured pearls. These are the positives of this strand. They're real cultured pearls, number one. The luster quality, you can see yourself, is exceptional. They're not all lumpy and bumpy. It's a perfect round, which we know, as shapes go, is the most highly priced shape of any of the different pearls, whether it be your Tahitian or your Akoya, whatever it might be. Rounds bring in the biggest price. They're a luxury size because they're a 9mm. Luxury size, we know the price kicks up straight away. And they're natural. They're natural in their colour. They're not bleached, they're not heated, they're not irradiated. These are natural, luxury sized. Don't forget, taking around about 9 years per one to be created. Natural, lovely luster point, stunning orient, perfect round, absolute crisp, Audrey Hepburn-esque real pearls. When have you ever seen?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. And I always make a statement on the show that if I had to choice, hand behind my back, I would choose shell pearl over cultured pearl because they're exactly the same size, they're uniform, you can do symmetrical designs with them. So how long have we been doing real pearls? I've never seen.
Never. And look.
Is that right? Yes, it is right. Yeah.
That just look, and don't forget, Helena's like, I love this strand. Don't forget, you can always test a pearl, rub them together, and you can feel that grit on there. That, for me, is just the most perfect strand I've ever seen. I personally will look for natural pearls whenever I get the opportunity to do so, because don't forget, if you see a treated pearl, we can only actually put up one piece of information about a treatment on a pearl. So if you ever see a B in a brackets, that means bleached, but actually you need to take into account that they probably won't have just been bleached. They will more than likely have been heated before that, possibly had polishing and oiling and things like that done previously to that as well. So to have this naturally is astonishing. And again, don't forget, natural organics bring in the big prices, just like natural gemstones do. I can't wait to see the price of this. Should be. What? This has to be, for me, the most perfect strand of pearls I've ever seen. You lot have become connoisseurs, and that's absolutely great. That's brilliant. You're not just going, oh, pearls, let's treat ourselves to it. You're now going, right, hang on. Is it the shape I like? Has it got a good enough luster? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm putting a luster point on this. I'm going to play it safe and say AA+. I'm going to play it safe, but actually I think if you went and got this valued, I'm saying they could even give you a higher luster point than that. So you're becoming connoisseurs. You want the shape you want the luster point you want the size you want, and you want it at the price. lowest ever price point, because do you know what, my producer Helena really wants this. Wow, it's never ever been below £55 before, let alone in the 40s. That price point. Mark, you just look sort of in awe. It's so special.
Oh my word.
That's touching at the back, may I add, as well.
So for this, normally my culture pearl earrings start at £5 a pair, because I'm quite good at my earrings. These I would charge £15 a pair.
Yes.
So 3 pairs, I would make my money.
3 pairs, you'd make your money back.
3.5 pairs even, yeah.
Let's even say 4.
Okay, yeah,
there you are.
say 4.
So all of this bit I've got here, this bit I'm holding here, I've taken out the 4 pairs. I've made 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, an extra one. This bit here is profit.
9 milk perfect rounds.
Can I just say congratulations, everyone? It's fastest finger first, 5 in baskets, 1 left. That's amazing. I love that strand. Okay, we've also got, don't forget, in June, you've got the Moonstone. And I'm going to bring you now some cabochons of Moonstone. Oh, hang on, sorry, they're a bit tricky to get out. I've got 3 of these here for you. Oh, wow. The agilurescence on these is really phenomenal. Let me just hold one of them up for you, if I may, so you can see them. You're getting 3 of these in total. It's lovely. How perfect would these look with those pearls? You know, if you've just got those pearls, big congratulations. But these are going to be phenomenal if you did miss out. It's a really, really wonderful kind of sheen and shiller we've got. Don't forget that agilurescence is this that we're talking about here, this phenomenon. And what it is essentially is it's when the light enters the gem and it scatters. So it scatters between these microscopic, tiny, tiny, tiny layers of feldspar. And when I say microscopic, I mean the layers themselves can be, you know, a micron is a miniature, micron, tiny, tiny, but it can be around 0.5 of a micron, these layers of feldspar. So the light enters and it scatters, so it gives you this amazing look. And each one of them has it. I've got 3 of them here for you. They, you will be getting 3 as well. 12 carats worth. Your price point today on these is rolling down again. Producer Helena absolutely treating us on this Tuesday morning. The price point for this one rolled that down quite dramatically then, actually. £8.95 for 3. I mean, if I had a ring, if someone made me or gave me a ring made with this gemstone, and I would never ever expect it to have cost less than £15 to make for just one of them. What do you think of these, Mark?
That blue is stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it? That's a really astonishing price drop. Get those ones whilst you can, because we wouldn't normally take these that low at all. We really wouldn't. Okay, I'm going to move on to July for you now, if I may. And July, Ruby.
My mum's birthstone. She'll be watching today. Hello, Mum.
Oh, hello, Mark's mum. So, obviously, Ruby makes you think of your mum straight away.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah.
Do you think she'd like this round?
Yes. Rounds again.
This must be, again, honestly, Helen and my producer has worked so hard getting these treats for us today. This has to be one of the most astonishing, workable rubies I've ever seen. Can I just place this down here? And I'm going to get my torch out if I may, because I just want to show you the clarity on this is absolutely phenomenal. The clarity on this is epic. Look at that. Imagine this with diamonds.
It's got a purple hue to it, hasn't it? It's beautiful.
Has a little bit, you're right. Has a little bit. Now, ruby is spectacular. We all know that it is the corundum family. So you've got the likes of sapphire in that family as well. Ruby is, per carat, regarded as the most valuable of all gemstones in that family. So ruby, more times than not, will sell for a higher price per carat than sapphire will. In particular, when it has this much of that pigeon blood red colouring to it. This, for a gift, is absolutely spectacular because it is that perfect looking ruby, isn't it? It's got that richness, it's got that clarity, and it has got that pigeon blood red, which don't forget is kind of the colour we're looking for. It's what it's described as. It's described as pigeon blood red in the trade, and that's what I see to have here. This strand in a round we don't get to see often, and it's graduated 3 to 5 mil. What? Price dropping. Helena's just gone, we're going to drop the price, and I'm just going to say it's for Mark's mum, because she feels like it. Any excuse to drop the price with Helena. We're going to drop it now. Should be just shy of £70, which actually, astonishing price for a workable round like this, isn't it?
Completely.
With that much clarity, and it looks gem quality to me when I'm seeing it in the flesh. Oh, wow, okay. So not just £5 off. No, not just £5, no, £15 off. Now, I'd love for you, if I hand this over to you now, I want you to have a real good look at it, because I think it looks so much better in the flesh, actually.
Oh, yes, completely.
Do you think that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that stunning? £15 off that, Mark.
And again, I've mixed those with those pearls that we've just had, just alternate them. You're talking about being decadent. Pearl and ruby necklace for Christmas Day.
Loads of pearls. Oh my gosh, get this.
Yeah.
Loads of pearls.
Yeah.
2 rubies right in the middle, one of those massive diamonds.
That's it, yeah.
That'd be special, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Yes, they're amazing. I've never seen this strand before.
I've never seen anything like that
Really
before.
heavy.
It's got a big weight to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Really has. Thank you for that, Mark. Well done to everybody. $54.95. It's got to be one of the best ones I've seen. Please check out those baskets, because with £15 off, don't forget, we will be taking that price point back to its original price shortly. Okay, sorry, which did you say, my love? I'm bringing to you now August birthstone, which of course is the popularity of this at JewelleryMaker has just gone from wow to wow. It is absolutely shot up in popularity, and probably because this is becoming more of a publicised gemstone, in particular when we have quality now. I just want to state to you right here, right now, it is not as much of a stock as I would hope, because what's happened is my producer Helena has looked and looked and looked and searched and searched and searched for this strand. The reason being, the peridot we've got in the vaults at the moment, the vast majority of it is very, very heavily included. Now, there's nothing wrong with heavily included peridot. It's something we're just going to have to deal with very, very soon, I'm afraid to say. It's something we're just going to have to grin and bear, because that's what's coming out of the ground at this moment in time. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to find you one that was kind of just perfect when it comes to, you know, looking, and when it comes to falling in love, and when it comes into the buyer's guide we tell you with peridot. We wanted to find you the best we can. We've not got as many as we want, so if you want this
that is a really long strand, isn't it?
Isn't it? And the clarity and the colouring, if you want, to be honest, near perfection, you've got it here, and you've got to be quick, because if you're going to give someone a birthstone, you want them to be able to get the quality they can get, and this is it, isn't it? Well, it's just smiling and shaking his head.
It's just, I love peridot, and as you said, it's becoming a familiar face with us, and I'm glad of that. But this is just with the ruby again. We keep going back to that ruby, but I think ruby with the peridot,
I think you're right.
Just be incredible. But the faceting work on that, it's very sparkly.
It is exceptional, isn't it? It is absolutely sensational. Now, a lot of the peridot that's coming out of the ground at the moment is heavily, heavily included. This one is not. This, to me, totally eye clear. And every time I say that, I think this could be the last time, because I've seen some of the pieces that are coming out of the ground at the moment, and it doesn't look like this at all. It looks more like a pre-night, and I do love a pre-night, but I also love a sparkling peridot, because don't forget, peridot is a very ancient gemstone. The ancient Egyptians used to work with it, and they used to call it the gemstone of the sun because of the glow and because of the brilliance in it. And obviously, if you're getting a heavily included peridot, you're not getting that sunlight shine running through. So if you want the gem of the sun, as the ancient Egyptians used to say, and if you want serious life of a gem and brilliance, get it whilst you can, because this strand has it at this price point. 17. I thought you said, I can't believe, 17. I didn't expect that. Look at that colour. It's like crisp Granny Smith apple. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it?
Can I be really sneaky and ask you to offer it up against the purple strand of the kit coming up? Let's do that.
Do you know what? Only because of that ridiculously cheeky grin you just pulled then. Okay, this is coming up in the kit. This is one of the kits that Mark has been so excited about, and understandably so.
Look at that.
I've got 5 brand new strands in this kit.
That's just stunning, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Look
that
at
is
that.
something special, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait to bring
I'm so
you.
excited,
I can't wait
I'll
to bring
tell
you this. Do you know the price we're going to on
No,
that kit?
I've no idea.
I'm
no idea. I know the
really
price per strand. Pip
It's
told me.
£10.95 per strand. £10.95 per strand. I'm taking it. I'm going to make it under £10 a strand. Quite a bit. Okay, £17.95. Last few on these. Can I just say to everyone, congratulations! You are getting a truly sensational, sparkling strand of peridot here at amazing quality. Well done to you all. Okay, moving on to September now. Are we doing the strand? Did you say? Sorry. Got a wow. If you want, just hold a picture in your mind now of sapphire blue, and then look at this, because I think it's got it. Hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's sapphire blue, isn't it? These are sensational. Now this, I just knew it. I just absolutely knew it. Okay, this strand, ladies and gentlemen, has the perfect archetypal colour of sapphire. Now that will instantly say to me a number of things. I'll instantly, as soon as I see a colour like this, I will instantly have lots of things running through my mind. And it will be, where's it from and what treatment has it had? And the things I want to hear, if I had to choose the 2 answers to those questions every single time, and I had to ask myself, okay, where's the sapphire from and what treatment has it had? The answer to treatment would be none, it's natural. And the answer to location would be Burma. Because at the end of the day, your Burmese sapphire is, to many, and even Steve Bennett says this himself, to many people, Burmese sapphire is the type of sapphire you compare other sapphires to. So you'll say, you know, oh wow, you know, this Brazilian say has almost got that Burmese colour, hasn't it? Or this one from wherever, Sri Lanka or whatever, has almost got that wonderful kind of brightness of a Burmese. This is Burmese and it is natural. I can't think of a time I've said that to you before, jewellery makers. I can't think of a time you know the importance of natural Burmese sapphire, don't you, Mark?
Oh, incredibly. We haven't had it very long, have we, Burmese? I think it's quite a new acquisition.
I think it's very new,
Yeah.
very new.
And what I really like about this, because don't get me wrong, I love faceting, but it's so nice sometimes to have unfaceted stones, just to
You're
see
right.
them as
You're right.
nature intended. And this is beautiful.
It is sensational, isn't it? If anyone doesn't really know about Burmese sapphire, it's often regarded as, like I said, the one that we kind of compare other sapphires to, because by many it's seen as the best. Burmese sapphire as well is a sapphire which is extremely rare and therefore demands some of the highest price points. And Burmese sapphire is often the one that's seen as the purest, more archetypal sapphire. I'm so excited to say this. Natural Burmese sapphire should be. Oh, no. I cannot get over that price. Be honest, were you expecting that? £35?
No, $49.95 I was expecting.
Yeah, yes. Oh yeah, I would have been on board with that.
Yeah. Dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Do you know what? Even if you don't know anyone who's born in September, get this. Because it is from a #1 location. It's the lowest price I've seen for a natural sapphire, actually. Apart from a nugget, chips and nugget natural sapphire, okay, yes, that will be less than this price. But for a worked, shaped, natural sapphire, I would expect more than that in general, let alone from Burma. That has just left me speechless. Well done, everyone. More of you coming through on the phone lines. That is a big price drop on something which is so exceptional and so special. Do treat yourself to it whilst you can. That's September. I've got to move on because I've got a few more months to fit in. Well done, everyone, on that. Those in between the pearls or the ruby. Oh my gosh, well done, everyone. Did you say the drops, my love?
I know. Look at them. I said I was rifling this morning. This was another one. Oh, look at, oh gosh, that green. It's absolutely incredible. Oh. I don't think I've seen a strand of opal like it.
I've got 9. That's
9.
it.
Okay.
Oh, it's October. It's my dad's birthstone. It's one of the reasons I love opal so much. Look at this strand. Wow.
Oh my word.
Can I just state that you're getting that colour underneath the lights in here? And that's without me shadowing it or shading it, look. You're getting that colour underneath this light. If you're doing the ironing now, pop the iron down, take a look at the screen and get on the phone. This quality is exceptional. What an amazing gift. And you know what? You could have, well, look at the amount you've got. You could have the whole of the Osmond family and still be able to make a massive amount of jewellery with this because there's so much there. No, you're not. HP is bringing us a real treat. She knows how much I love opal. She knows how much you love opal. And she's going to give us a treat now. This is for the last 9. You won't see this price again. Lowest ever price point, ladies and gentlemen. Should be.
Oh, no.
Who's on the phone? Go on, get yourself on the phone. We're about to take it to the lowest ever price point. 0800 644 655 for the last 9. I still don't. I know you said lowest ever price, but I didn't expect it to go under £100 even by a penny. Let alone by quite a few pounds. £17 off. Just because, why not? That is absolutely exceptional. This is the type of opal that if you get it home and you treat yourself to this, you're going to be able to use it for a long time to come, aren't you? I can't go for that.
I'm just thinking, with the savings of the last 3 strands, you could have bought that strand of pearls.
Oh.
Completely free.
Completely for nothing. That's just amazing, isn't it? That price point is your lowest ever price point. You need to check out those baskets. We haven't got another strand like this. We haven't got another. And that is without any shade on it at all. In real life, you're going to get those flashes, those pin fires, almost, not quite, harlequins in there as well. It is a sensational strand. Get it whilst you can. Lowest ever price point, ladies and gentlemen. Even better than in the flesh. 30-day money-back guarantee and your Becky guarantee on that as well. £97.95. Okay, we're going to squeeze in another one. There we go. November citrine. Ooh, it's gorgeous on the skin. Wow. You've got November here for you.
It's my sister's birthstone.
Oh, is it?
Her birthday today.
No way. What's she called?
Angela.
Hello, Angela.
Right,
Happy birthday, Angela. What a gorgeous, gorgeous strand of citrine we've got here for you. Isn't that pretty? What does citrine make you think of, Mark?
Well, this year, for me, I've recently discovered that it's the stone of stall holders.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you keep a piece of citrine in your float on your craft stall, it entices customers to spend all their hard-earned money with you.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. But again, it's that, for me, it's a spring gemstone. spring and daffodils and green and blossom and stuff. So I think it's, as Jenny says, it's the harbinger of spring, even though it's November's birthday.
Of course. And it has got that sunshineness, sort of lightness to it, hasn't it? Which is just beautiful. What a deep and richness we have there. 130 carats worth of citrine we have here, 14 by 10 in areas. It's price dropped as well. Your price point today should be $19.95, which is really great for that amount of colour, isn't it? And that amount of brightness and light. But actually today we're going to roll it down for you. For all you Novembers, £14.95 for you today. It's those golden tones, isn't it? It's that sunshine tone, and it is November's birthstone. So if you get this now, you will get it, with a week or so to go on the end of the month, even longer actually. So do treat yourself to this whilst you can. Hi Laura, I've got I've got 5 spares coming up over 3 weekends.
Yes.
Best I bedeck myself in citrine.
Yeah, keep a piece in your float, in your float tin.
Absolutely, they do it a lot in China as well. A lot in China have it in their tills. Yeah. It's just a beautiful gemstone. Loads of you coming in for this. Check it out whilst you can. I am going to move on because I want to squeeze in December before the end of this hour, but there is more of those still available. I'm going to try and do some more birthstones as well coming up for you in a little bit, but I want to get all the months done now just to keep the flow a bit easier for you. Okay, it's December. Yeah. Nothing more needs to be said really, does it? This is just such an exceptional strand. One of the rarest gemstones in the world. We have heard word on the grapevine that the mine we get the vast majority of our tanzanite from could well be depleted dramatically. But we've also got, we have been told that Mine D possibly could be closing down at some point very, very soon, because Tanzanite D has not taken out enough AAA grade or AA grade Tanzanite for a very, very long time, and therefore the mine is going to start losing money if it continues in that way. So it may well close down. If that does happen, well, you know what's going to happen in Tanzanite today, your price point. Whoa! No! What? What? This is one of the top 10 rarest gemstones in the world. That's just phenomenal. Double strander, $9.95 for you today. Okie poke everybody, I have got a competition coming up for you. I've got 3 questions. This is the first of 3. Wait until you've got all 3 questions and you will have the chance to win Mark's jewellery. This is our first question today related to your birthstone. What was the 1,106 carat diamond found in 1905 called? That is your first question. Oh, sorry, 3,106. Isn't that what I said? Oh, did I? Sorry. 3,106 carat. Please do make a note of your answer. Keep that answer, and then straight after the break, we're going to have another question, and then I've got another question coming up for you later. Do make sure you wait until you've got all 3 of those questions before you text in. So do stay where you are for more of those. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after the break, I have got more lovely Mark for you with some more designs. I've got another competition question, and I've got brand new cabs. I'll see you after this very short break.
Get creating stunning designs in no time at all with this brilliant Introduction to Kumihimo DVD with guest designer Sarah Elvin. These easy to follow steps on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will show you the best techniques to get you started with this amazing medium. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance, as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewelry Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewelry Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewelry making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewelry making techniques. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. It's lovely to see you. My name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky. And today I've got a star buy, which is very, very different indeed. These are your cabochon multi-shapes. And if I show you, just look at the story these tell. Wow. Don't they tell a story? Can't you almost see exactly how each and every one of these is formed? This, ladies and gentlemen, is your rhodochrosite that we have here in front of you. It's a gemstone with lots of connotations to different beliefs that some people hold. Obviously, you can't say that they are factually true, but some people do say it's a gemstone which is quite a magnetic gemstone. Certain people believe it will kind of bring compassion to you and its wearers. It's a gemstone which has a perfect cleavage, so is very, very difficult to facet, which is why we've brought it to you in this stunning cab form. Because if we were to try and facet this gemstone, what you'd get is, because of the perfect cleavage, you get a lot of chain link breaks, and that means that it maybe wouldn't be that workable for you to get your hands on, because the pieces would be so small indeed. You've got 125 carats worth here, which for me equates to these two cabochons. It is a gemstone that it's got really interesting history. You know, it is actually a state gemstone as well for Colorado. Became a state gemstone, possibly because it does tell such a story and it does look like such a historic gem. It's brand new to us today. Your price point for these should be, we're going to do a premier price point offer. Well, I didn't know that at all. We're going to do a premier price point offer. Should be shy of £25, but actually today we're going to do a premier price point. I can't guarantee this price point will hold up until any time after 8 o'clock, but at 8 o'clock, until 8 o'clock, sorry, it will be this price. Nice work, Helena. We've got 19.95 on this. She's just dropped the prize point for us as a little bit of a treat. I am joined today by the lovely Mark. You get the chance to win some of his pieces of jewellery today. Mark, what do you think of these pieces, please?
They're exquisite. Again, this is one of the items that caught my eye this morning. I've never seen anything like it. They're just beautiful.
It's really unique, isn't it?
I think you need to do a really fine cab wrap, because I don't think you want to cover up any of the front of that stone at all, would you?
You really want to show every single angle of it off, don't you? You really do. And just to let you know, you have got the back there as well. Is, you know, everything is just really so eye-catching, isn't it? Now, we have already launched one of our questions today for the competition, and I'm going to bring you another one now, just whilst all of you are coming in for this newbies. Okay, so this is your second question. Don't forget, do make a note of the answers to these quiz questions, and we will be, once you've got all 3 questions, we'll get you to message in after that, and you get to win. Well, it was meant to be 3 pieces of Mark's jewellery, but one's a set, so it's more like 4 now. So this is your second question for the competition. Don't forget, wait until you've got all 3 of them. Jackie Kennedy apparently said, "What are always appropriate?" Now, this is a birthstone, because of course it is birthstone day. We've already done January to December, and we will be possibly throwing a few more of them in for you later. Jackie Kennedy apparently said, "What are always appropriate?" Make a note of it, and do not forget, don't text in now. Text in later on. I'll give you the okay and go as to when to text in. And nice work to all of you who got your hands on this drop down low price point. You're going to be able to make something very special with these indeed. Now, don't forget, coming up in this hour, I have for you my show stopper. It's brand new to us. It's really caught our eye. And look, I just put a little bit of cord around this, if you recall, earlier on, but I'll show you it now, just as it is on the cord, because this was our early bird cord. Watch face. Coming up for you within the hour. This is coming up for you very, very soon. Real mother of pearl face we have on this, with that beautiful monochrome design in the silver. That's coming up for you in this hour as well. And we've got the Wall of Fame coming up too. So loads to fit in. I better move on to the kit. And this kit is the kit that Mark has been just walking around with, I imagine, a massive smile on your face for the last week or so.
Yeah. I knew it was coming. Apparently it arrived in the building and Pip nabbed it within 30 seconds. And came straight down to the workshop room and said, "Mark, this is for you for next week. We've nabbed it all." It went into the car, and then it came out of the car again to show you and the ladies.
It did. You've got to see them. And you tried to describe them, you were like, no, I'm just going to get them out of the car. These are special strands. Just to let you know, these are brand new. Every single one of them is new. And every single one of them, original price point wise, and the price point you will see these individually in the future, is £10.95. And that means, can we get the should be price on straight away? Do you mind? Because these are £10.95, that is your should be price. £10.95 times by 5 equals £49.75. But ladies and gents, I will be dropping that price. Now, first things first, you've got around about 500 carats on every single one of these strands, 400, 500 carats worth. There's people already coming in for this, unsurprisingly. Now, these are, graduation-wise, we've got a big graduation on these, around about a 14 by 10, so around about, wait for it, a 50 by 13 on some of these strands. Now, it's kind of hard to know where to start with these, isn't it, Mark?
I know. You're doing well, though.
Because what we're looking at here is you're looking at colour. I mean, bounds of colour. The colours you've got here are astonishing. You've got purest sunshine yellows. You've got these rich, sumptuous reds. You've got this lively pink. You've got this regal and royal, just epic purple. And you've got these magnificent natural greens. But then you've also got that kind of crackled effect as well to them, which just gives so much texture, so much appeal, so much to interest and enjoy. And then you've got all the sizes.
Yeah,
and all of those sizes going from really, really dainty, really, really cutesy to really big, bold, lovable pieces. And then on top of that, you've got the coating, which is just giving you that bubble-like effect, isn't it? Now I'm going to grab a strand. Let me show you the coating. If I just grab you the green strand, so you can really look on the big pieces at the coating, because you've got the clarity of the gem. It's kind of tricky to see just with the lights in here, but boy, oh boy, can you see that? I am not surprised that Mark had a massive smile on his face. Are you?
Each individual one you can use as a pendant on these entire strands. And I think I worked it out, there are about 65 to 70 stones on each of strands, so you've got a lot.
That is a lot, isn't it? And I mean, look, you can see that coating, can't you? Which is just so epic. Mark, when you got these, where did your mind take you?
Well, I looked at the stones first of all, and I thought, right, so we've got a prehnite, and we've got a citrine, and we've got an amethyst, we've got a ruby, we've got a pink sapphire, and those were my first initial thoughts, because the colours are so rich and vibrant. And I noticed that I think it's the red strand on my bundle was slightly smaller pieces, but the yellow were huge. I mean, the variation in sizes is fantastic. And so the first thing is I took them off the strand and I graded them in size. That was the first thing for me to do. And then I thought, right, now I can start making the jewellery. And I separated into two distinct colour groups. So I had the yellow and green, and then I made one piece with the other three.
And I really like that because it makes it look like you've been given two completely different kits.
Completely, yeah.
I've got amazing, amazing strands here for you, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's safe to say, isn't it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, should be £49.75. We are going to roll this down. I promised you every strand would be under £10. And it already is, isn't it? Well, no. I promise you. Yeah, I did promise you it would all be under £10, didn't I? The RRP on this, by the way, sorry, is £54.75. Okay, the RRP on this is £54.75, which means that for these strands, that works out £10.95 each at £54.75. That's the RRP. The price point we showed you then was a suggested price point of kind of £1 off each of these, taking it to the 49-ish mark. And now, I promised you under £10 a strand, didn't I? I promised you under £10. That's actually under £8 a strand. How much is it?
So £7.40.
About £7.40 a strand. Whoa!
Oh,
brand spanking new. Every single strand of these should be £10.95 each, and that's how much they will be in the future, because the RRP on this is £54.75. That is amazing price, isn't it? Don't you think?
You see all of that in that little... That's what I've got left over from my initial bundle.
Huge amount left.
Plus all the jewellery I've made.
That is a mammoth amount. Oh, I'd love that in a vase with flowers. Well done to everyone who's coming in and getting that. Now, can I just ask you quantity on this, please? Don't forget, the watch face coming up very, very soon, indeed. I've got over half my stock gone.
Already?
Oh, yeah. Start off with 100. Bang on 100. Over half my stock gone.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
No, absolutely. Oh gosh, look.
Please do check out your baskets on these ones whilst you can. Lots of you coming through on the phone lines. I haven't got your names on the phone lines, but being told loads of you, there is a slight queue, but it's worth the wait. In particular, when you see Mark's jewellery, which is just so eye-catching. Big, beautiful colours, very juicy in some
They're
areas,
amazing. No, I think they're absolutely beautiful. And really hold them up outside as well before you start your jewellery, just so you can see all the crackles and the veinings running through it. No, I just loved it. I loved it. And the way I've made the jewellery set there, you could just do the opposite. So you could do the central piece in the yellows and greens, and then the other pieces. So you can have a real play with colour and mixing and matching with it.
Really like that idea.
No, it's beautiful.
Really shimmy it around. So we are going to be doing some of these techniques today. Which one are we going to be looking at?
Well, we're gonna try and do 3.
Okay.
But just give me a kick in the shin if I'm.
I'll give you a 2-minute countdown on each one, shall I?
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this little bracelet, the yellow and green bracelet here. So I was trying to think of a way of using the gemstones not through the drill hole.
Brilliant.
So that worked really well. and then the really funky bracelet at the end.
Fab. Love
and then
that.
I'm going to show you how
So
to
modern.
macrame with these particular shape of stones. It's really
Brilliant.
good fun. Really good fun.
Should we get started then?
Yeah. So as I said, if you look on the overhead, that's what I had left
Massive amount.
from my bundle
Brilliant.
after all the jewellery. So I could probably, hand on heart, say I could make every single piece again with what I've got left. So it's fantastic. So I've made the bracelet in the yellow and green, but I'm going to, because I've got all these colours, I'm going to use them. So I'm going to do the purple. Let's find a nice size purple and copper.
Okay,
So you can get
gorgeous
exactly
colour.
the same sort of technique.
Gorgeous colour.
But as I said, each of them have got large drill holes. You can get 1 millimetre cord through there, so
really good.
they're really good. But other than popping the wire through and doing brillet wrapping, which I've done so many times before, I thought let's try and do something a bit different. So I thought, what if we don't use the drill hole at all? Use it as a bead. Okay. So what I've done, I've taken, so choose the large stones. And if you can, try and go for a stone that's the same size all the way along.
Okay.
Because a couple of the pieces that I did, I didn't tie the loop tight enough. So you just need to go back in and retighten it. So if you can, just have a play and see which stones you've got. And I've taken pieces of wire about 8 inches in length. Okay. And at one end, okay, I'm just going to make a simple overhand loop. Okay, so all I've done is I've taken the wire over the pliers, so in effect we've got the right angle loop with a wire coming out and a wire coming down. Okay, and because these are shards rather than nuggets, they've got quite sharp angles, which is really good for this technique. So what we're going to do, we're going to choose an angle, we're going to place that little V up against one of the angles, and all we're going to do is we're going to grab the other 2 pieces. Okay, and all we're going to do, actually, first of all, we'll just make a little, you need one just to hold it in place. There we go, it's better. And then marry that V up against one of the edges. And all we're going to do then is just grab both the ends, and we're just going to just be a bit manipulative with this because you need that V to sit nicely on an edge. And we're just going to give it a twist, just one twist. Okay, and twist this nice and tight. So if you go in then with your round nose with your pliers. Now I do have to say that a couple of times I was a bit heavy-handed with this and actually snapped the wire. So just take your time and be careful.
Okay.
What we want to do, we just want to twist it ever so slowly. So we get a couple of coils, and then we're going to undo it gently. I'm going to cut away. That's probably enough. One of the shorter wires, so we're left with one wire. So cut that away. Like so. Straighten up that wire, and this is the wire that we're then going to turn into our wrapped loop. So again, bring the wire towards you, veer off to the left, and just wrap a couple of times in between your pliers and the stone. Okay, and then we're going to cut that tail off. Okay, and now we need to go in and just tighten it. So you can see, if you look at the loop above the stone, find the direction that the wire has been wrapped. Hold the wire in your pliers and just turn. We want it to tighten. So I've gone the wrong way there. This will happen. So just go a couple of times, tightening the wire around your stone. So do a couple of times at the top, flip it over, and do a couple of times at the bottom. And what I do then is to give it a bit more of a tightening is to take some flat nose pliers. My toolkit, okay, and on each side you've definitely got some distinct faces. You've got 2 faces on that side, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 on this side. So what we're going to do is choose any of the sides that you've got, take your pliers down, grab hold of the wire and just twist. Okay, so this gives it extra bit of tightness and also gives a nice little effect on the stone.
Okay.
Flip it over and do the same on that side. So that is now nice and secure, nice and tight. And then we're going to do then is just repeat that on the other side. If you find that it does start sliding down, just give it a little push up. And if you want to, for that added security, just put a little blob of glue on one side, just to hold that frame in position. So I'll quickly do the other side.
Brilliant. I'm going to bring you really quickly now a strand which I think Mark is going to love and adore.
So I was lucky enough to launch this.
Yes.
On the Late Show, middle of last week with Jenny.
And we've got
God.
We've not got that many left. Have we got
No.
about 100 and... We've really got about...
Yeah, we had a lot.
Oh,
stock, I think.
really? Okay, we've got about 200 of these left, which is pretty good. We've got a decent quantity, but if you want it, you've got to come in and get it now. Now, Mark, what do you think of this strand?
Well, I don't think I've ever had... They call it rough cut, but we shouldn't be calling it rough, in my opinion. Rough nuggets, really, should we?
No, I know what you mean. Why would you say that?
Because it's got that sheen to it. It's got that gloss, hasn't it? It looks like it's sort of polished rough, if that makes
Like
sense.
Turkish delight gloss,
Yeah.
isn't it?
On the Late Show, I teamed it with smoky quartz rounds, and
That sounds a fab
it was
pairing.
stunning, absolutely beautiful.
That sounds like a really special pairing. But look, imagine with something like this.
I know.
I mean, these are going to go with anything anyway, aren't they? Just to let you know, by the way, sorry, I should say, Vibrant Beauties, if everybody checked out, I'd be in single figures. I'd have 9 or less left. So please do check out on that kit. I did start off with bang on 100. I've got, once everybody checks out, 9 or 8 or 7-ish left, I'm being told. So please do check those out when you get the opportunity. But don't they look phenomenal with this? And with the purples as well. Now, when you think morganite, what do you think, Mark?
Well, I don't like saying this, but it's not a overtly feminine pink. Do you know what does that make sense? I think it's because of its opaqueness.
Yeah.
That it's not a rose quartz pink,
No.
is it?
No, it's not.
It's a pink that I think gents would wear as well as ladies.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with that. It is. It's something for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I also think it's that type of pink that someone who is 6 would appreciate, but someone who's 66 would appreciate as well.
No, you're right.
Do you know
No,
what
you're
I
right.
mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a wonderful, wonderful colour of your morganite we have here. Now, morganite, of course, we all know, is one of the executive members of the beryl family. It's one of the most sought-after gemstones in the world.
Executive member. What's an executive member?
So there's essentially, when you think of a beryl, you think of the umbrella term, of course. It's a family name, just like, you know, the likes of jade is a family name. And it's like with the conundrum that I was talking about earlier on.
Okay.
The ruby is classed as an executive because per carat it's the most expensive of your families that you have. So with beryl, morganite is one of the most expensive and per carat. So basically you'll get the likes of your goshenite or your heliodor for a lower price point per carat. So it's executive. I just think the colouring of this is so phenomenal, and because it is one of those executive pieces, it's got a lot of inherent value there. You know, morganite pieces. Do you sell? That's an interesting question, actually. Do you sell the likes of morganite for a higher price?
Yes. Oh yeah. I've got that goes under my. I call it my posh range.
Oh, I like
shouldn't
that.
have a posh range.
No, I like that.
I call it my posh range, and I tend to put, I don't know, depending on what it is. I mean, my morganite earrings start at £15 instead of £5 for your basic amethyst and rose quartz and the like. So, yeah, and it's also in line with the opal, tanzanite, sapphires. It's along that.
So for you too, it is executive, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never known it like that. I keep calling it that.
Yeah. Although posh does still sound pretty cool.
Yeah, my posh range.
My posh range. Now, just to let you know, lots of these have already gone, probably because it does usually demand a very big price point. But today, for you, ladies and gentlemen,
that's the launch price.
it's £9.95 for you today on these ones. 100 carats worth of one of the most loved of all beryls in the world. And it has got such a high look and effect. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
Isn't it just exceptional?
I think just rosary linking with copper wire or antique bronze wire. You could make a really beautiful necklace with that. And it's size graded for you as well. It's all done.
Yeah. Now, obviously, a lot of people were not expecting that because my tablet has actually just had a bit of a crash moment. Do you think if I refresh it, that'll help? No, it hasn't. But apparently, over 100 gone of these right now, way over 100 gone. If everybody checks out, I would have about 150 of them gone approximately. So please do check out whilst you can, because they've only been on air for about 4 minutes and already that many is gone. So get them whilst you can. £9.95. Okay, very cool. So we've finished off wrapping either side.
And that's it. That's it. So what you need to do is you make, depending on the size of your bracelet, I think I use 5 pieces for mine, alternating colours, or you can use the same colour. So you've got your 2 frames, and all you do then is just make another set, another set, another set, and just suspend jump rings in between.
Easy, isn't it?
And then at one end, either end, put a little section of chain with your clasp of choice. And if you can pass the bracelet over,
Yeah,
I'll
of course
put it
I
on
can.
the... So as I said, all I've done is I've got your two sections, top frame, top and bottom, and then I've suspended jump rings in the middle, and then round the back, I've chosen a length of chain. I think I did 10 links, 2 pieces going from each of the sections, and then pop a choice of clasp. And you could do a necklace with that, you could do a choker with that.
Nice choker.
So it's
Really
really,
modern
really
choker,
nice.
isn't
It's just
it?
something a bit different, instead of just using the drill holes, just going sideways. That's really, and all I've used is 5, and that's probably a £15 bracelet just from 5 stones. You know, you've got over 350 in that little bundle there.
I think that's just astonishing, isn't it? Thank
Madness.
you so much for showing us that.
Okay.
You are going to do us another bracelet as well, aren't you? Did you say another bracelet?
Yeah, if I could just quickly show the macrame with this, because this type of stone puts people off sometimes because they don't sit as rounds do when you're macrameing. So I just want to show you that it's a bit of an urban myth that you can't macrame with, as you can see.
Yeah, so we've
can see.
macrameed with them on that bracelet at the end there, and we're going to be having a little look at this design now, just before the showstopper. People are messaging in. The showstopper is coming up after this demonstration here, and then we'll come back to Mark, and it is that watch face, so stay exactly where you are.
Okay, so when you are macrameing with wire, always have a separate board.
Okay.
Okay, don't use it for anything else, just use it solely for wire, because you can see this is my wire, and I've pretty used it quite a lot, as you can see. Yeah. So use for your lazy strand, that's the wire that goes through the beads. Go to the heaviest gauge that you can get through. Okay, so I've got a 1 million, but I'm going to use a 6 mil, 0.6 just to show you. So the way that I set up, if I put the board facing Kerry, so it's the front of me here. So I'm taking the wire through a slot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bringing it back through the adjacent slot. So now I have both of the wires facing me. I'm going to take the shorter wire underneath the long wire and then bring it back through the original slot. Okay, there are lots of ways to attaching your cords and wires, but this way I attach everything. I found it's definitely the best and most stable. Okay, so as well as the gemstones that we had, I've also used some little spacer beads. So let's go for gold this time. We'll go for gold and purple. Okay.
I like that combo.
So what I did at the start of my necklace, I had 3 separate sections. And all I did at the beginning was I threaded on 3 seed beads, gem, seed, gem, seed, gem, seed, and then ended with the 3 at the end. Just play around with the sizes and the different colour ranges, because you want 3 pieces to be exactly the same length to get that plaited technique. So let's just choose some stones. If I can find the drill holes, there we go. So I'll just do a couple just to show you the positioning of the stones before you macrame with them.
Okay. We've had lots of people messaging about this morganite. We've had one now, which my producer Helen was like, "Oh, I agree so much too." Where was it? Oh, hang on, she's lost it now. It essentially said that the morganite. Oh, she's found it. Hey up. The bigger nuggets would make fantastic wedding cufflinks.
Oh, they would. No, perfect.
And if you want to know how to make cufflinks, I've actually got the DVD of Mark in a minute. Well, after the showstopper, we'll do that a little bit later, just before the Wall of Fame for you. But you can learn how to make cufflinks for these. Thank you very much, Nicola. Great point there.
Can you see that coating?
It's amazing, isn't it? So eye-catching.
So don't worry about the positioning of all your stones here, because obviously the drill holes, sometimes they go straight through, sometimes they go at an angle. And I'm going to use 0.4 as my working. Okay. So either use 0.4 or 0.6. If you're new to wire macrame, I'd recommend using 0.4 just a couple of times, just to see how wire works, and then move up to your 0.6. So you can take the wire under the lazy. I always start with a little section of square knots, just to attach my lazy to my working. So do the left side and a right side. Again, this is basic square knot I use for this. Okay. I'm going to take one of our little seed beads up, and we're going to cage in between every stone or seed bead.
Okay.
Okay. So we just cage that. Now, depending on, there's 3 ways of doing this actually with this type of stone. You can either have your stone all facing the left, which I've done on mine. You can have them all facing the right, or you can have them alternating. So we'll alternate just so I can show you, you both different ways.
That sounds fun.
So we're going to start with the left side. So we're going to hook it around the left part of the stone, and then we're going to, and what you need to make sure is that this second wire comes underneath this side of the stone, but doesn't go under the left side. You don't want that to happen, okay? So just manipulate the wire so one definitely stands above and the other side below. And then what happens is, as you bring the wires together, it stands up.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's that way. So we'll just cage that in. Again, do a left and a right. Then we'll feed up the little seed bead. So use your larger stones to push your seed beads up, like so. And then we'll do that way. Like so. And what you can do, if you didn't want to do the square knot, you could do the twist knot in between, and you get a sort of a corkscrew effect as well, which is quite nice. So on this side, we do exactly the same. God, I can see that coating. That's just
so eye-catching, isn't it?
So on this side, it's something slightly different. So we lift up the stone to get the wire underneath on the left side, and on the right side, it needs to go above. So find out which way is easier for you.
Okay.
So it's under and over, or the stone before was over and under.
I see, okay.
Okay, but you just need to make sure that you trap those stones really well. So as I said, as you bring it up, make sure it sits up, and you also need to just jiggle it a little bit just to make sure that it's standing nice and proud, like so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we'll just feed that bead up using a stone underneath. And that's really it, but you just need to make sure that you don't get those wires crossed underneath. You need one at the top and one on the bottom. I'll just show you this last little stone. So this is a particular shape, you see, because it's got quite a large horizontal niche in it.
Yeah.
So make sure that that still goes under, because you don't want it slipping out because the stone won't sit straight. And then make sure that goes over the top. And then we'll just give that a bit of a, I'll have to give this a bit of a helping hand, you see. So looking at this, we can't do it that way because it'd be pointing down.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you can keep it pointing down, and that adds to the design.
Yeah.
Or you will then have to, if you didn't want that, you'd have to take it out, flip it over, and then it would stand upwards. So it's all about just having a play and decide which
the
time.
gemstone kind of tells you what it wants to do a bit as well.
Completely.
You're working together.
Yeah, so for the necklace I did 3 long sections. Each section was the length of the large macrame board, which is 16 inches.
Okay.
And then I put all 3 ends through wags wire cones that I've got at the back.
Yeah.
And I haven't plaited this. If you could pass the necklace over. This is actually going to be the next one.
This one.
Yeah, this is this. I'm going to give this bit away.
Are you?
Yeah. This is going to be the prize from this kit. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is, absolutely. Don't forget, competition, we're giving away for the first time Mark's pieces, a few of his pieces, 4 pieces, and this is going to be one.
So normally I plait, but all I've done with this one is I've just twisted. Because you're using wire, it holds its shape. So there's my 3 sections, okay, separate sections. I fed them all through wags wire cones at the end, and then once you've made your necklace, you can then go in and twist and get that necklace shape. And because you've used wire, 0.6 as your lasers, it will hold nice and tight, nice and securely. And then once you bring the 2 ends up again through your clasp at the top.
I think that just looks, it's so modern, it's so catwalk, and it's fun, isn't it?
And because I've only used maybe, I don't know, 1/3 of each of those strands, it's not as heavy as it looks.
No,
so
it's
you'll be
really not.
surprised.
Because you've got space in there as well.
So this is the prize from this kit. It's like saying goodbye to an old friend.
Oh, it will be going to one of you very soon. Now, we've had loads of texts in, and we did say we'd try and get in as many as we could, so I'm going to squeeze some in now, just before, a few minutes before I do my showstopper. Nicola would like to know, oh my, I'm so excited about the giveaways now. I love that necklace, Mark. That has made him, it's just simply gorgeous, says Nicola.
Thank you.
It is, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
You have the chance to win it very, very shortly. Hello, Mark. A few questions now. How much would you sell a necklace like this for the pink and the red?
£60.
£60. I think that's a really good price.
Yeah, again, it's the work. There's a lot of stones to begin with, and it took me, I don't know, each of the 3 sections took me about 1 hour and a quarter, so there's a good 4 hours, and all your findings and all your seed beads, so just put everything like that into account. But I think, something between £40 and £60.
And we did have another question as well, asking about the price point of the necklace with the dangles.
With the dangles.
Got there.
Well, each of the dangles are a different wrap. Okay, so you can just have a group like that, and I would charge £15, which isn't a lot,
I think
really.
that's a really good price.
Yeah, but yeah, £15.
Really good
because there's
price
not a lot
point.
of work. You see, it's simple wire wrapping each stone, which will take a couple of minutes, and then it's the basic chain and toggle from the findings pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, £15, and again £15 for the
eye-catching
bracelets.
look.
And what I would do, I would sell the bracelet and the necklace with the complementary earrings to make the set, and that would clinch the sale.
And that would absolutely grab that sale.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us those.
Pleasure.
We're back with Mark in a moment or two, but now it's time to start the show. It's the showstopper or the stopwatcher. Does that work? Be honest. No. Okay, rude. Okay, I've got for you now your showstopper, and it is the watch face. Give us a phone call now, 0800 644 655. We'll get this online. I have also got, which I'll talk you through more, the challenge here, which we'll recap for you very briefly here too, because I've just really simply done this, and do forgive me, I literally just sort of popped it through, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how this can work. Watch face with mother of pearl at the heart of it. Now that is just so pretty. I've only had the chance to ever bring you one watch face previously, and I have to say I prefer this one actually, because I love that monochrome design. I love that you've got the square edging in the centre, that frame centre section, which is just so pretty. And then you've got those Roman numerals around it as well, which are very beautiful indeed. Now, please do forgive me. I know that it's not running at the moment, and that's because if I were to take this section out here, you can see that little red section there. As soon as you take that out, you can change the time and the battery itself will start. But if I'm to take this out now, because the battery will then start to be used, we won't be able to give it to one of you, we won't be able to sell it on to one of you, because it will be a used product. So I don't want to do that now, because it means that one person will miss out on purchasing this. And trust me, people will be missing out on this, because already I've got what looks to be around about 50 in baskets, and people's names have already gone off my screen who've actually allocated it. And can I say that a lot of those people are buying 2s, 3s and 4s as well. This for me is just a beautiful watch face indeed. If I just actually take this cord away, now this cord very quickly is a challenge that we gave to the lovely Mark. You got the black, which I just showed you really simply then as a strap. You also got the red of this, and you got the gold in this colour as well. We're going to look at that challenge later, but it is a new one to us. It's a new trio to us. Mark's working away with this, and we're going to have a look at what he's made later on in the show. So that's at the bottom of your screen. We rolled it down in price, all three for £6.95. So I'm going to pop those there for you. That was at the bottom of your screen, but I just want to show you around this watch now to show you that you've got the movement angles on this, which means it fits beautifully around the arm. Because, for example, on Mark's watch, because Mark's watch fits him so beautifully, he doesn't really need to have these angles upon there, because yours are in place, aren't they? Yours aren't movable sections here. This one's great for jewellery makers because it can fit any kind of wrist size, and also it can be used for lots of different things. Almost use it as what's it called, sort of a nurse's watch, that type of thing, or a pocket watch if you wanted to. That kind of design you could do with these. You've got that lovely movement around there, so it's very workable. Also, it is stainless steel backed, so that means that it's not going to, it's less likely to give you any issues with the skin. It's not likely to go brown or grey or anything else like that. So it is just a wonderful, wonderful piece that we're doing for this. It is just your white, it's just stunning in its look. It's just a stunning look that we have with this watch, with those Roman numerals in the centre as well. Can you see, if I'm moving it like this, because I don't want to hit the light kind of from the face, but you can see that sheen, can't you, on the mother of pearl? I think it's captivating. Do you? Sammy was talking to me the other day, actually in your workshop, wasn't it? Yes, and Sammy came in and she was talking about how she's making a massive steampunk piece with a real watch in the centre of it like this. And things like this can really inspire you, can't it? Yeah,
amazing, because we've been looking for watch faces for such a long time, but it was really important that we had the bars either end, because you can do ladder weave techniques, you can do the beading loom, you can do beaded sections, you can now attach lazy cords to the little arcs and do your micro macrame. You can do all sorts of things purely because they're so important for such a little thing.
Yeah.
They are so important to have those little loops.
Yeah, aren't they?
Amazing. So just you can do whatever you like. You can have a different strap every month, couldn't you? Different medium, different stone. Every month of the year you can have a different birthstone
on there.
Just a simple stretchy, well, not with beading thread.
Yeah.
With that month's birthstones, and just change it every month.
Clever idea.
We can do that, you see. So that's amazing. I love this product.
I think it's beautiful, isn't it? It really is. It's got wonderful movement to it. We've had so many positive comments about our watches previously. We've brought another one to you here now. Names have gone off my screen for a second time. First person who came in, it was only Fleur, guest designer, buying 3. Your prize point today on your white mother of pearl watch. Absolute bargain, it's safe to say, isn't it? £9.95. And the thing is, it's hard to buy a mother of pearl watch at under £20 anywhere on the high street. But the fact that you can add your own inspiration, your own design, and make it unique, to me, is priceless.
Yeah, and again, the fleur is the question point, that because we've now got those arcs, you see, you can do chainmail off that. So you can have a chainmail band clasp. I think that's probably what Fleur's going to be doing with it.
Love that
chainmail
idea.
Watch. Be
I wonder how much pieces like that would sell for.
That would be amazing.
I just absolutely love it. I really do. £9.95. Well done to everyone. I've got way over 100 of them gone and about 30 left in baskets now, so please do check out. And don't forget, these challenge cords are at the end of your screen. Well done, everyone, on that. Loads more for you to come up today. Absolutely loads more. I'm going to head back over to Mark now.
You're coming back?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see more of Mark's pieces, so you.
Okay.
Oh, it's warm. Why has it gotten hot? Sorry. £9, excuse me, and 95 pence for you on that watch. I think that's a cracker of a price.
I've just noticed that Christmas tree.
Yeah.
How long have I been in here? Nearly 3 hours. No, over 4 hours I've been in here.
4 hours
and I've
almost.
just noticed it. How we?
Oh, bless. Okie pokey, Mark. So I'm back with you for a moment or two because we've got to do the Wall of Fame in a minute as well.
Well, this is a really, really quick technique again.
Fantastic.
So this isn't macrame. This is simple wire twisting. Not even twisting, really. So all I've done is I've taken a selection of stones, and you don't need to worry about size with this either. You can just pop them on as they come off the strand. And all I've done is I've threaded on a series of purple and in between the spacer beads, and I think lots of our viewers have got these amazing spacer beads in their stashes. So all we're going to do is I've made a simple wrapped loop with a coil one end. You need to make sure that the coil has at least 3 wraps, because we need a bit of space the other end. So when we're going to thread all our beads on to the length we need. Bear in mind you'll need 1 inch for your clasp section, and we're going to place our pliers, but we don't want to be straight on top because we want to make that coil section. So about 3 millimetres above.
Okay.
I don't want to flick you in the face with this wire. So
that's kind.
Just
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to wrap to make our little coil section. Okay. And then all we're going to do then is hold it in our left hand. You need to make sure that you've got enough wire because we're going to go not only through, but we're going to go down and back up again. Okay, so you probably want about 3 foot, something like that. And all we're going to do is going to wrap over the first seed bead, all the way over. Okay, and then across the top of our first bead. Then we're going over the seed bead. Okay, make sure they all sit in the same. This time we're going to go under the second, and then up, round the seed bead, over the third, over the seed bead, under the fourth. So we're going to go over, under, all the way along.
I see.
So I'll quickly continue with that. As I said, just make sure your stones need to be flipped over the right way. This one's going to go under, so we go underneath. And we're going to go round the seed bead over the next one, underneath the next, round your seed bead over, and then we're going to wrap it round that last seed bead. Then we're going to flip the bracelet over, and we're going to do exactly the same in reverse.
Okay.
So we're going to go, because you've got gaps now, you've got spaces, so the beads again are telling you which side it needs to be.
Which way to go, I see.
Right, so over, round the bead and under.
And it's nice because it is giving it a beautiful look, and as you say, structure, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can manipulate it into any shape you want. So we'll just quickly, you can get some sort of speed with it now. Over, round, under. And we're going to go over, wrap it round, under, and then over, and then the last stone right at the end. Wrap it round, take the tail off, and then you would pop on a jump ring and a clasp. So as I said, you've got, so it's all holding it in together, and as I said, you can manipulate it, you can undulate it, you can do all sorts, you can stand the stones up, because you've got enough movement there if you wanted to. So you can be really structural with the design, but as on the end, like with the yellow and green, it's sort of a spiky bracelet. But it's a really little fun technique. But
it's a really great
feel how strong that is and structured. So actually, looking at
that is sturdy.
Chain from the top.
I was going to say necklace. Yeah, that's...
See that? Happy accident. That's how they happen all the time. Earrings.
Beautiful, isn't it? Thank you, Mark, for showing us that. Now, Mark, as we know, is a guest designer who has so many ideas, and you get to take some of his ideas home with you. I did promise that I would be doing these DVDs for you today, because we talked about the Makes for Men earlier on. But you have also got your Chips and Nuggets DVD in here as well.
This is the first DVD I made.
First one ever. How long ago was that? Do you remember?
Gosh, 2.5, nearly 3 years ago. Me and Vicky Carr, those were the days. Yeah.
Chips and nuggets here for you today on this DVD, and if I spin it round, you'll be able to see exactly the types of pieces we've got in here. So you've got things including but not limited to the ladder weave and the 3-strand plait in here, as well as some macrame and crochet. I've also got the Makes for Men project here for you as well. We were talking earlier about someone gorgeous messaged in and talked about cufflinks. This DVD does tell you exactly how to make cufflinks, as amongst other treats as well.
It's actually a 10-minute section featuring 3 different types of cufflink. So
I've got this DVD.
You've got that one.
I know this.
Only because Drew's on it.
No, it's perfect. It's a good Makes for Men one. I've got your bridal macrame here as well.
This is my favourite of all that I've made. Yeah, because of that bracelet on the front. We did this on the workshop with the ladies the other day, and it's my favourite technique ever. And this is just a really nice. I mean, those pearls we had earlier. Imagine a round.
That would be just effortless glamour, wouldn't it? Yeah. And you can see all the different pieces you have on here. Go on.
And the necklace, the Cavendoli we did, that actually features on this DVD from start to finish, so you can see in more depth.
So you can see lots of different, a different kind of manner to do it. Yeah. And then you have your macrame projects one here as well, which shows you how to do quite a few actually on this, different projects and different pieces.
It's really good fun. I love this DVD. Yeah.
And you get shown on here, including but not limited to things like the Rings of Saturn and Disco Diva as well on there.
There's actually one missing off the back of there. There's a bit of a typo. It was how to wrap cabochons with satin and wax cord.
So you get the hidden extra, don't you?
Bonus track.
The bonus track we get there. So you've got 4 DVDs, all including Mark. It's a great thing to have at home for yourself as a little refresh. Great way to get a gift together for someone you love and adore. You're getting 4 today, your price point, for the Mark Smith collection.
I've got enough for a box set now.
Oh, £19.80 it should be, but we are going to roll that price down. I don't know, what are you going to, HP? HP's just gone, what am I going to? So you know that that's going to be naughty. Is Mark Smith going to be on sale?
Oh no, reduced massively.
Reduced dramatically in price
to
£7.95 for you today.
That's
so
brilliant.
Don't forget, if you think of it this way, it's about 4 hours worth of tuition.
Yep. 6 projects on each. That's 24 projects.
Wow.
Each project is at least 5 pieces of jewellery. So you're looking at 160 pieces of jewellery to be inspired by, plus the presenters tagging along.
£7.95 for all of that is just astonishing. Loads of people coming through for that. Didn't expect that price drop at all. Great for Christmas indeed. Okie pokey, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to have a little look at what you've been making now. We love this bit, don't we?
We do, absolutely.
Wall of Fame. Hello everybody and welcome to the Wall of Fame. This is just perfect for tomorrow. 460 belongs to Avril. She says this is 2 poppies, different sorts, made by myself and a friend to wear. And we attended an annual local memorial at Bank Holiday here. They do not sell poppies here, and I enjoy making them. My garden is full of poppies, and j'adore. I love the way the presenters pronounce my French. Have a great week. Bon semaine,
good week.
Ah, I thought it said bon sani, like a good sandwich. Bossy, what? Something about a trout.
Love to you all.
How do you say that?
Bisous.
Bisous à toutes. Of course. Wowzers. Thank you very much for that, Avril. Well, good luck to you. I think they're beautiful, and very beautiful that you do that as well. So 460 is your number.
My first one today is absolutely exquisite. Number 455, and this is from Tamsin in Somerset. And Tamsin says, "Hi all, here is my entry for this week. Shows you 2 things I've made with silver clay after doing your brilliant introductory workshop with Tracy. Sapphires are great for this, as they can be fired set in the clay rather than having to be added afterwards. I can't wait to make some more pieces in this ocean-themed series." It's a stingray. Isn't that beautiful?
I think that's really very beautiful.
Done. Beautiful.
Well done indeed. If you do like metal clay, I've got metal clay on the mid-show for you on Friday with Tracy. Okay.
I don't like reading my own.
Can we swap? Okay.
You'll understand.
456 is Claire. It's got you in it. Here's the week's entry, Wall of Fame. These are my makes from the Mark Smith macrame course. I love them. Love the course with Mark Smith. He's an amazing teacher and a lovely person. Thank you so much for your guidance. I loved my time at JewelleryMaker over 3 days of courses. Everyone was lovely and I learned so much. Thank you all. Good luck in this week's Wall of Fame, and that is from Claire.
And that's the bracelet in the middle, look.
I remember now meeting Claire and seeing
She had the amazing hair.
Because it was on Bonfire.
It was. She had amazing hair. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. Oh, thank you for that. 456. Good luck to you.
Okay, number 461 is my next, and this is from Laura. And Laura says, "Hi all, here is my entry for this week. It's a copper wirework upper arm bangle with a gorgeous carnelian chunk. All from JewelleryMaker and perfectly autumnal. Hope you're all having a fab day and good luck to fellow waffers." And that's best wishes from Laura, number 461.
Thank you for sending that one in. Lovely photograph as well. This is pretty. Be able to do that with that rund crow sight.
I was thinking that.
Okie pokely, this one is 462 and it's from Donna. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. Lemon chrysoprase, cab and a antiques bronze coloured wire, all from JM. Thank you for your hard work, for everyone in front and behind the cameras, and for bringing beauties to my home. Thanks. And that's from Donna. Donna, I think that is a really pretty look, and the rund crow sight would be really pretty.
Jen could wear that as well, I think.
Totally
beautiful shape. That labradorite. Do you remember the labradorite we've had this past couple of weeks? Number 457, and this is from Lindsay. "Thanks for all the giggles and inspiration," Lindsay starts with. "This is my attempt at wrapping a cabochon. This is a labradorite and silver coloured wire, all bought from JewelleryMaker. I love all of the shows, the presenters and the designers." And that's from Lindsay, number 457.
I think that, the colouring of it,
stunning, isn't it?
It just makes that wire, I love that. Really do, I'd wear that every day. 463, bet these are good sellers, from Julie. She says, hello everyone. These are 3 sterling silver bracelets made with aquamarine, apatite and sapphire with sterling silver leaf charm and spaces from JewelleryMaker. Underneath you can just see 3 more made with rubies, tanzanite and emerald. I'm taking these to my jewellery parties, but secretly hoping they don't sell so I can wear them for Christmas myself. The charms are so beautiful and delicate. I hope you get some more soon. Best wishes from Julie. 463. Julie? Keep your eyes peeled. Play, pause, rewind. We might have some charms for you.
Okay, number 458 is my next, and this is from Abby. And Abby says, hello to all you wonderful people at JewelleryMaker, designers, presenters and crew alike. You all do such an amazing job to provide me and everyone else with their fix every day. Please accept the attached picture as my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a wire-wrapped ring with a stunning grey agate stone in the middle, all from JewelleryMaker. Really need a win. Good luck to all who enter. And that's lots of love from Abigail. Number 458.
Abby, what a lovely email and a stunning creation there as well. Really, I love mixed metals. 464, this is a collection made by Julie. Hello everyone, silver plated copper wire labradorite with bezel and moonstone set in a recent matrix box. Absolutely everything from JM, and the quality is really unbeatable. Good luck everyone, and that is Julie from the Isle of Wight. Thank you for sending that in, Julie. You can see the quality even just in the picture. 464 is your number.
Last one today is number 459.
Peacocky.
Isn't that incredible? And this is from Celeste in Southend. And Celeste says, hi all, I've made this pendant from some lovely rainbow-coated agate, silver-plated wire and tiny amethyst rounds. It was meant to be like a peacock feather, but I think I failed. Oh no, I don't think.
No,
we guessed it straight away. Yeah. I like it anyway, so it's okay. Hope you're all well and happy, and that's lots of love from Celeste in Southend. That's beautiful. We both said it was peacock, didn't we?
I guess peacock.
Well done.
Thank you for that. Okay, that is our Wall of Fame for today, and you will be pleased to know we've still got the opportunity to win some of Mark's pieces today. It is my third and final question now. Okay, once you've got this question, write down the answer, and then it's your time to text in. This is our third and final question. London blue and Swiss blue topaz always have which treatment? Again, London blue and Swiss blue topaz always have which treatment? Now is your time to text in. You've had all 3 of those questions and you have the chance of winning 4 of Mark's beautiful pieces, 3 from the first kit and 1 from the final kit. All you have to do is text in, text to a JM Studio. Don't forget, you can get in touch at JewelleryMaker.com. Now we're going to go to a break. We're going to then give you an extra 2 or 3 minutes after the break for you to send in those last minute questions, and then we'll announce the winner for you. So you've only got about 5-6 minutes to text in. So text in now. Myself and Mark will be back after the break with tools.
I wondered what that was.
Ooh, and so much more. I'll see you in a bit.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Sarah Elvin brings you her DVD, Friendship Bracelets. This fantastic DVD is filled with excellent techniques to create the perfect friendship bracelet. This includes the chevron style bracelet, the knitted style bracelet, and the crisscross bracelet. Friendships are forever, and so are bracelets. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Emerald is a member of the beryl family. It's one of the only gemstone families named for its chemical composition, beryllium, aluminium, silicate. Emeralds often display three-phase inclusions, and these can include a liquid-filled cavity, which can sometimes have either a little gas bubble or even a crystal, and it's really interesting to see in the case of emerald, because as you turn the stone, the elements within the inclusions can actually move as well. The finest examples of emerald do come from Colombia still, and there's quite an array of colours in the different tones of green. Other localities for emerald include Pakistan and Namibia.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Hello everybody, good morning, welcome to JewelleryMaker, the final hour of our show this morning. Today I've got these pieces out because you've got a 2-minute countdown now if you want to win any of these sensational gem collections made by my wonderful guest designer, Mark, today. Good morning, Mark.
It's a bit bittersweet actually.
Go on, tell me why.
Seeing them go to new owners. We bought a new car on Saturday.
Did you?
Yeah, brand new, first one we've ever bought.
Ooh.
We just woke up and thought, let's go and buy a car.
Oh, I love just an impulse purchase.
And I was driving in this morning in our old car, and I was getting quite emotional about giving her up and saying goodbye, because she's looked after us for 10 years now.
Wow, that is a long time.
Yeah, so
that is a really long time.
yeah,
Oh,
sad.
bless.
So again, bittersweet seeing old friends go.
I'm just
Did you
getting...
drop one?
Pardon?
You dropped one.
Yeah, I have.
Do you want me to look for it?
No, it's all right. I think I might have found it.
Oh, okay.
Is this a really... Oh, there it is. It's right there. I'm just opening up these boxes for the treats I've got coming up here for you now, and these are a bit special, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It is a cut collection of gemstones. Now, we've been doing the birthstone show for you today. I've already done January through to December for you today, and I've got some more birthstones in here and more. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your 6-cut collection of ovals. And guess what? You have the opportunity to make a pendant and a matching ring today.
They're solid silver.
Aren't they just stunning? And not just silver, topaz.
Topaz.
Encrusted in topaz as well. Now, let me talk you through the gemstones first off, if I may, and I will be bringing these to you shortly. So, what have we got in here? Well, you're going to be getting a massive collection. You've got a garnet in here. I'm just going to hold these for you. You've got a garnet in here, a really rich, deep red garnet there. Very beautiful, of course. January's birthstone, as we've already discussed today. With this, what you've got is, you've got just this stunning, stunning gemstone. Don't forget that this gemstone that we've got here, the garnet here, is formed in metamorphic rock. So to be able to get that much of a crispness and a clarity, and it's all altered, don't forget, by pressure, to be able to get that clarity and that richness is something very special indeed. I've also got in here your citrine for you, which is just banding away in its beauty and its brightness and its sunshine tones in there. Very pretty, glorious gold that would go amazingly with that strand we had on earlier, in fact. In here also I've got your amethyst, which is what I'm holding just beside this here. Now with the amethyst you have got that really regal royal colour. Again, another birthstone for us here. So 3 birthstones so far we have in this collection, and this is of course for February. Very beautiful, rich and regal tones in there. In here also, let me just pop that down. In here also you'll be able to see you've got that crispness, and I mean it's seriously, seriously crispness of the, and clarity of that white topaz. It's got such a brilliant effect to it. I think I've got a topaz, in fact a mystic topaz, coming up for you in the next hour. Sorry, hour after this. In the educational hour, if you want more topaz. These are a 8x6 on that piece that you have. All of these are, in fact. And then I've got your smoky quartz, which has got so much depth and so much richness to it, it's almost hard to ignore. Very beautiful with those cognac-like tones in there. And then our exclusive gemstone right here, your serenite. It is such a wonderful gemstone. Our mine for this is in Oregon, and we are the exclusive owners of this mine. We own this mine, we own this gemstone. Tiffany used to call this gemstone, Tiffany used to own this gemstone pretty much. When I say own, obviously that's quite a loose terming, I suppose, but yeah, when you, Tiffany used to own it, and they used to call it an immature diamond. It has been taken on by other companies as well, and they've called it things like plush diamond. We now own that mine for it in Oregon, and we call it serenite. And look how exceptional in beauty it is. What do you think? It is exceptional, isn't it? You've got this collection here, all 6 of these sensational gemstones at a premier price point, because guess what? It's never been seen before, this collection. Should be £21.95, which genuinely, for that many gemstones of this gem-like quality, I think is something very special indeed. But we are going to roll this down. Don't forget, exclusive gemstone we have here for you. Okay, big price drop there, taking it to £17.95. Now, be honest, don't you think with this, don't forget it's serenite, it's our exclusive gemstone, it is a gemstone we own the mine to. This, to me, looks like it's cost more than £18 to get your hands on, but actually, for the gemstone alone, it's actually cost less than £3, did you say, for the gemstone? I mean, just special, isn't it, when you think of that craftsmanship and that workmanship. And I do have the bail, the pendant bail for you here now, which we'll do for you right here, right now. Now, I have got the serenite in there, as you can see, and please do forgive me. Obviously, it's balanced in there. I haven't got my prongs set in there at the moment, but you can see you've got all of that wonderful topaz around the outside. You've got that sensational silver there as well, and you've also got that movable bail on it too, which I think just gives it such a glamorous look. What do you think of pieces that look like this, Mark?
I think it's quite a privilege that we're able to supply pieces like this, that you can make your own jewellery very quickly. I mean, that will take you moments, wouldn't it, to make a piece of jewellery like that?
Yeah.
I own 2 serenite rings that I bought off our sister channel, and they are just incredible. I've never heard the Tiffany description before, though. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, Tiffany used to...
The immature diamond, they call it.
The immature diamond, they used to call it, because they thought it was a diamond that just hadn't formed fully yet, so hadn't reached its full hardness yet.
It's incredible. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Amazing, isn't it? And then look, our birthstone.
Yeah. Wow. That looks like it should be on an imperial crown, doesn't it?
completely agree with you.
Doesn't it?
I completely agree with you. It's just so spectacular, isn't it? What an eye-catching look that is. Look at the quality. So your sterling silver ring mount. Bearing in mind these gemstones work out £3 each. Well, it's just under, but let's say £3 each. Your price point today for the pendant, which will hold the gemstones, £9.95. You've got 0.42 carats worth, 42 carats worth of topaz in this pendant. So that means you're making this pendant right here for less than £25. Okay, you're actually making it for less than £15. Which it doesn't look like it at all, does it? Okay, not many of that pendant left at all. 12 of them left, but I do have the ring for you as well. So let me bring you the rings. And don't forget, this gemstone collection that I've just brought you, it was brand new. That's why Helena took it to a premier price point. Just to let you know that these gemstones do fit the rings as well. So let me just, 1 second. I'm going to bring you the size 9 initially. In fact, let me put a different gemstone in. I'll show you the ring. I'll just pop the ring here whilst I get a different gemstone out. So this is the ring, and again, it has got topaz all around it. Which gemstone would you like to see? Do you want to see the topaz, the garnet, the citrine, or the smoky quartz?
Smoky quartz.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to get the smoky quartz for you. So this is the ring mount in your size 9.
So you could have a different ring for every day of the year, for the week, couldn't you? Pretty much.
Pardon? So
You could have a ring for every day of the week. Just change the stone. Could you change the stone?
I don't know, because I'll be honest, for the amount, for the price they are, I'd
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
probably just buy some. Which
Did I ask
sounds
for
a
the
bit.
Did I ask for the wrong one then?
No, you
No,
didn't. No,
no.
don't worry, it's me. I just want to show you. If I put this in. Oh, Mark, yes, you're
Good choice.
right. Good choice. Let me just get me mucky prints off this.
I love smoky quartz with silver, more than gold, I think. Oh, look at that. That looks like an engagement ring, doesn't it?
You're right. It truly, truly does. And do you know what? With that quality, it could be. You've got a wonderful size 9, 925 ring. Again, it fits all of those gemstones that are at the bottom. This is the smoky quartz within there. Lowest ever price point, Helena? Should be and has been $14.95. Now that, for an engagement ring price, would be phenomenal. You're going to match the price. That Scots arm you just saw fly in there.
That's really bad, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, I'm going to forgive you for the arm flying for this strand. £9.95 I've just dropped this down to in price. That is just phenomenal, isn't it? Oh my God. Look at what I've just been brought. Zircon. £9.95 on that ring mount for you there. And that's coming up for you shortly, that new strand. Do check out those baskets on that. I'm now going to bring you the ring shank again, but this time it's a different size. Is that right? The other size, did you say? Yeah. So we're going to do the other size for you now. I'll show you the difference in the sizes. There you go. There you go, so that's your difference in size. You've got the size 7 there as well, which is generally an N to O. So this is the one I've got for you here now. It does exactly the same job as the other one does though. It will hold all of the gemstones, it will keep all of those treats within there. The price point today on the same design, just in a slightly different size, should be £15 just shy of, but we are going to match the price, lowest price, and we're going to roll it down for you today. Price point on this one, £9.95 for you again on that for you today, with all of that beautiful topaz encrusted in it as well. So well done to everyone who's treated yourself to that. Can I just have a look whilst everyone's flying in for this? Can I just have a look at this zircon? Brand new strand, you say? Coming up in about 15 minutes. Wow. Wow, wow, The light on this is phenomenal. Mark, this has got to be up your street.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's got to be.
This has just come in the second.
Under £30 for zircon, the oldest gemstone in the world. Under £30. Oh, that doesn't happen often at all, does it? Oh my gosh, I've got so much to fit in. I've got to get a wriggle on. That's coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere for you whatsoever. Okey pokes, everyone. Where are we going to? Bringing now to you, well done to everyone who got that collection, and don't forget the pendant with the rings, they all fit this, so well done to everyone. Okay, Zari threads. Zari threads, I know, Mark, are something that lots of our guest designers have got to work with. What's your experience of working with the Zari threads like these?
If you are into Kumihimo and you like your Kumihimo braids, there's nothing like these. They're amazing, and you can start off with just one strand in each slot and have quite a fine, delicate. Or Jenny and I on the Late Show last week, we did a Kumihimo with 8 strands in each slot, so you get a really chunky, metallic, really quick-looking Kumihimo braid. They're beautiful. You can crochet with them, all your macrame, everything. Absolutely everything.
I crochet with these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Doing your small micro Kumihimo with these, phenomenal. Beautiful. Again, Kumihimoing with your nuggets, these are perfect for as well, because obviously they'll go through a lot more of those cords and a lot more of those strands. Right. Just to let you know, you have to stop texting in now. Full marks competition. We are about to pick a winner. So good luck to you all. Your names will be drawn and I'll let you know the winner very soon. So in here, you've got the red, the purple and the silver. You've got 125 meters on each one. So you can do crochet left, right and centre. You can make so many different braids and different micro macrame with this as well. Beautiful. 375 meters worth in total. The price point today for all of these in that bright sparkly shiny colour, just £6.95. Perfect for this time of year, perfect for the Christmas season, I think, with those different colours, because you've got that warmth of the red, you've got that regality of the purple, and then you've got that high shine, icy sheen from the silver. I just love these. And again, because you've got, 125 metres on each, perfect for just wrapping the odd present, really, isn't it?
They're really good for colour or coordinating the little strings on your baubles for your tree that you hang them on the tree with.
I really, really like that idea. I personally would never do it because I don't think I don't know. I don't think I would ever think of that. But now you've mentioned it, I think that's a really good idea. Because sometimes you're right, they're a really random colour, aren't they? Or they snap.
Or they snap.
I've had loads
or the horrible
of snap.
metal that rusts. Yeah,
yes.
So.
Or you get the plastic hooks that I don't know if it's just my tree or the way I put it up. They don't seem to stay on for very long.
No, so you can just tie little strings.
I would never think of doing that, but now, because my tree is purple, I definitely would. £6.95, nice work to you all. Lots more treats to fit in. That zircon coming up very soon, under £30 for you. Don't want to miss out on that. Okay, oh, hang on. wait. Where is the 9 o'clock? Another colourway of your challenge now, Mark. How is the challenge going, by the way? I'll be having a look at that in about 40 minutes. Wow, already? You've whipped something up.
So I'm going to have a go at that cabochon now.
These we gave to Mark as his challenge, and they were brand spanking new, and we're going to bring them in a different colourway for you now. I've already, Mark showed you earlier on, very, very quickly, just cab wrapping with them, and he's actually going to attempt that for you now, but don't have long, Mark. You've got here, these are brand spanking new, I've been told, and it's a lovely collection of the metallics I have for you, with the silver, which is really high shine, with that gold, and with that bronze colour. If you've not seen it before, just hold this out for you. It's a figure of 8 almost design running across these. Let me just move that, sorry. You can see that kind of figure of 8 design, and look at how eye-catching it is. It's got wonderful movement to it, as you can see. It's nice and soft against the skin, and it is very eye-catching indeed, isn't it? Mark, have they been fun to work with? You've already made beads with them.
Oh, they're ace. It's so nice as well. And what you can do is, if you use a cigarette lighter or something, you can just mould the edges to stop them from fraying as well. So really you can do all that as well.
You do all that to really keep it nicely in place. Brand spanking new, 10 metres on each. They're 12 mil approximately in their width. The price point is rolling down. My producer's giving you a launch price offer on these ones. Treat yourself today. £6.95. And have we still got some of the watch face left, producer Helena? Because I'm just wondering about the silver with the silver. I think that would be really interesting to look at. Oh yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Just, it's at the bottom of the screen now. Oh, I've done it wrong because I'm me. But if I just show you as an idea how this would look as a watch, look at that. For the watch face.
It's beautiful.
I think that goes really funkily, doesn't it? This to let you know that the watch face is at the bottom of your screen. Don't pretend funkily isn't a word, it is, isn't it? No? Maybe not. What else do you call your fun uncle? So you've got that wonderful watch face there, and it has got the mother of pearl in it as well. And again, obviously it is set on the wrong time, but that's because if I take off the red bit, then it will start running, and then you know, we won't be able to give it to another person. But you've got that wonderful watch face. It is stainless steel, and it's at the bottom of your screen. It's brand new, and it's £9.95 for you today. Lots of you coming in for all of these wonderful cords as well. So if you want some more, do get them very quickly whilst you can. Okay, I've got lots to fit in. I'm moving on yet again. Please make sure that when you get the opportunity, you are checking out the basket. I am bringing you a mystery selection. Now tell me exactly where this is, sorry. In what hour? 9 AM. It's over here now. I'm gonna have to. Gonna have to pull this box out, I'm afraid, because it's hidden right under there. 10-strand bundle, you say? Okay, this is a mystery. I can't promise you're gonna get these strands. In fact, one of them's not a strand. One of them is a gemstone. I'm bringing you now a mystery collection. This is a mystery 10 gemstone collection. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to get any of these. In fact, you more than likely won't. But what you will be getting is the mystery of 10 strands, totally and absolutely random, picked completely at random. But I tell you what, for the price point, you're going to be getting a dramatic saving. There's loads of different gems you've got the opportunity to own in here. You've got quartzes, you've got looks like sunstones, you've got this one that looks like a cabochon, doesn't it? It has actually got a drill stone in it, but you could get cabs in there. You've got things like your sodalite in here as well, and you know, things like your snowflake obsidian. But again, don't forget, all of these can be random. You could have, who knows, you could have, you know, sapphire in there, ruby in there maybe. You could have your favourite gemstone in there. This is just an example. It's a 10-strand mystery bundle. It's going to be good if you want to stock up your top up your stash, or stock up, whatever, or if you maybe just want to be pushed out of your comfort zone for something a little bit different, for something a little bit unique, something a bit unusual. 10-strand mystery bundle. You don't know what you're going to get. All you know is you will get 10 different pieces. Your price point today, in fact, I don't even know if I can guarantee they'll all be different. £25. That means £2.50 per piece that we're getting here on these, so per strand, if you will. What do you think is good about things like this, Mark?
Well, I personally, it'd be nice to buy yourself one of these, and then when it arrives on your doorstep, quickly wrap it up without looking as a little stocking filler for yourself. So you've got something to open that's jewellery related. So yeah, buy it as a present for yourself.
And you don't know what you're going to get.
No, I
That's
think it'd be
really funky idea.
Why shouldn't the jewellery makers? Because we make jewellery for everyone else. It'd be nice to have something that's for us as a Christmas surprise.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But no, just treat them as a kit.
Yes.
So imagine that Pip has put together a kit for you, and then put all your findings and your bits and pieces together and see what you can come up with. It's really good for colour matching, and no, it's a brilliant idea.
That's a funky idea, I like that. 10 mystery gemstone strands, £25. Good work to all of you. Still coming in for that, and do treat yourself to more of them. Like I say, there is just loads I've got to squeeze in, including that zircon, under £30 I've been told, which for zircon is astonishing. Don't forget, I've got tools coming up for you in a second. Well, right here, right now, in fact. I've got this tool for you here, which is just a great tool. It's described as a wire rounder. I'm going to suggest whether or not actually it'd be good as an electric electric, it's battery powered all as well. Take a little look at what I've got here. Now, do forgive me, I've not got batteries in this at the moment. We did have a look for batteries, but we couldn't find any. This is your Beadalon wire rounding tool, and it is battery operated. If I just take out this section here for you, you'll be able to see this is where your batteries will go in that pack. They're just normal AA batteries, really, really easy to get a hold of, as I'm sure you know. And then you've got the power button here, which will just press, and what happens is this section here will begin to turn. You've actually got two different gradients, different sizes on here, and as you can see, they are ridged, so they have got a sanded surface to them. Now what that means is as you push this and it goes and rolls around, that means that you can use it on the ends of your wire if you so wished, and it will essentially help to get rid of any nicks or nudges on the end of them and kind of make it a little bit smoother. But also another thing that they could be good for, because they are, like I said, you know, it has got a almost a sander feel to it, and it is metal, of course, so it will last and last and last edge. So what you could actually do with this as well is use it as an awl, use it as an electrical for the lengths of your gemstones that maybe the drill hole isn't as big as you would like. Obviously you've got to be careful with things like that, because you know you might end up shattering the gemstone if you're not very careful, but you could use it for things like that, because some of these are very fine indeed. So it's a wonderful piece of kit. Your Beadalon wire rounder tool, battery operated. Batteries aren't included, but you can get some pretty quick. Very low price point on this tool that's great to use. A professional tool for £9.95 for a tool that has a source and, you know, has power and therefore does a lot of the work for you. If you want me to show you how to set it up, it's so easy. Look, to change the heads, there's just this metal section here which comes out. There's that metal section here. This comes with kind of your rubber around it, and it is essentially a case of popping in which one you want, and that looks, oh, that's never going to fit, but just a little bit of force pops it in there, and that's how it is. That's how you can change it. So you've got the two kind of different sizes there. Please check out those baskets for me. About 10 in baskets right now, but lots of people coming in on the phone. Do you think this is quite handy tool to have?
If you ream a lot of pearls, if you're a bridal jeweler and you need to ream a lot of pearls before you start, because that takes a long time, reaming by hand. So if you've got this, that will save you so much time. Yeah. Brilliant little tool.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? Not many of those left whatsoever. Get it whilst you can. It's another showstopper. When we talk about zircon, we always talk about the history, don't we? We talk about how this is the most ancient gemstone known to man on Earth, and we talk about how ancient it is, how different it is, the fact that this gemstone actually shaped and changed the way we kind of viewed the history of Earth in the 80s, so not that long ago at all. You know, how this really changed the way we look at the aging of the Earth. We talked about how, you know, unique and individual this gemstone is, and now actually this gemstone itself was formed round about 4.5 billion years ago. You know, we think of diamonds, you think of a couple of billion. You don't think of over 4, but this gemstone has been found to be that age. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that this is going to go loop-de-loo and around the bend. Those graphics have been on your screen for approximately 7 seconds, and I already have people with it in their baskets checking out. Okay, the baskets have gone loopy. So when you say under 30, you mean under 30, don't you? We don't mean 5p, do we? Because it's just gone under 20 for zircon. Under 20, right, hang on. Under £20 for zircon. Let me get my jewellery maker up. Because zircon's ancient. Zircon's really very, very old gemstone. Zircon, don't forget, it's doubly refractive. Okay, I'm just going to do a little search here. So it's doubly refractive, this gemstone, and the zircon itself, you know, essentially what happens with zircon, because of the structure of it, light enters the gemstone, it gets split into two. Now, diamonds don't even do that. Like, the best diamonds in the world don't do that to the extent that zircon does. So zircon can give you the opportunity of more light back to the eye. You know, faux lab-made gemstones, things like your cubic zirconia, for example, even they don't do that. Even they don't split the light in the way a zircon does to give you that double shine back to the eye. Zircon does it astonishingly well. I'm having a look online at the moment. Lowest price zircon we've got, bearing in mind zircon, we don't have a lot of it. We've actually only got 3 products. But the lowest price zircon at the moment, $17.95, which is what I would normally expect. You know, well, I would expect more than that. I've got zircon in a collection at £50. But zircon, lowest price we've got at the moment is $17.95, and I'm told we are just about going to beat the lowest price zircon we've got on there. Now, whoa, okay, can I just show you this? I just went from this, oh, hang on, let me turn it around. This is my tablet. I was looking at the Jewellery Maker Facebook page. This is what I was looking at. I was looking at that, and then I go to click on kind of this section up here. So I go from this, and I click it, and you see all of that. This has been up on your screen for just a minute or two. So I know that this is definitely under $17.95, isn't it? I'm refreshing it. I've just refreshed and it's gone again. It's got again, off at the bottom of my screen now, off the bottom of my screen for a second time. Okay, so this is definitely going under 17, isn't it? And I'm gonna guess by quite a way, actually. Is it going under 15? When have you seen zircon under £15, Mark?
I don't think I have.
I don't think I have.
No.
I don't think, off the top of my head, I have. This strand, what do you think of this strand as someone working with nuggets, someone who loves nuggets? I know you always talk about it's really nice and unique for you to when you have, say, nuggets of a sapphire or a ruby. How do you feel about when you get nuggets of zircon?
It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, if you use just a 0.25 or a 0.4 wire, and I've just rosary link it, and just make it go that much further.
Yeah.
They're just beautiful, aren't they? They're exquisite. They've got sort of morganite hues and opal hues from over here.
They have actually.
Yeah.
They've almost, not quite, but they've almost got the cinnamon zircon colouring. Yeah. And I always think cinnamon, I always think tones like this kind of remind me of those champagne diamonds that you can get.
Yeah.
And actually it's doubly refractive, so it gives you more of that unusual light interaction than even a diamond does. Zircon is one of my favourite gemstones in the entire world. It has one of the most exciting histories in the world. It has one of the kind of most interesting attributes to phenomenon gemstones in the world. For that diamond had, it would be way more than double the price, because zircon it's rarer than diamond. It is rarer. I know my producer Helen is saying she'd never heard of it before she came to Jewellery Maker, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feel the exact same way. It's bifringent, it's doubly refractive, it's got a beautiful, beautiful sparkle and sheen to it that truly diamond would hope to have, I'm sure of it. Again, you know, show it you against the black and you'll be able to see it really does just have such a deep depth of richness and colour, but the sparkle on it is just spectacular. What would you do with this, please, Mark?
Well, I think it'd be some sort of rosary linking I would do, or make a very, very fine cross. Just something a bit sentimental, I think. I think it's beautiful.
Okay, I'm frowning because we've got just shy of 200 gone. Right, of course. I'm completely on board with that, because zircon, like you know, is one of my absolute all-time favourite gemstones. It's one of those gemstones that I believe connoisseurs and collectors get time and time again. And once you, I believe anyway, once you fall in love with zircon, it's something that you will always love. Because of the colouring variation within it, you can get different colours. Because of the beauty and sparkle and sheen and shine, you know, you will always absolutely love and adore that quality of it. If you love the sparkle, you know, it is so workable as a gemstone. It's very durable as well, so great for us jewellery makers. And the fact of the matter is, the history of it is just profound. You know, for me, it boasts the best history of any other gemstone there is on the world to me. Way better than the likes of many gemstones, way better. The history of it is so exciting. And actually, it's been in the news really recently. I think I read something about it last week. It was back in the news. This gemstone's in and out of the news constantly. Always for very good reasons, but it has been back in the news again. It's something, there was something scientists have kind of derived from looking at this with a spectrometer, which is a huge piece of kit which kind of looks into the soul of the gemstone. And it's essentially to do with the fact that they've worked out that even just a couple of years ago, they kind of dated at what, approximately sort of when the Earth formed and what temperature approximately was then. But literally in the last 2 or 3 weeks, they found out actually they were wrong on that, and zircon has unearthed almost kind of the exact date and the exact heat at an exact time of all this pressure coming together and everything else. So a really sensational, exceptional gemstone, and I love it in this form. I don't think I've seen a nugget of zircon before, actually. I could be wrong, because I do see a lot of products, but I really don't think I have. Have you got any nugget zircon?
No, I've got rondelles.
Yeah.
I think I've got, the last strand I bought was Imperial rondelles, which was quite considered.
Yeah.
No. This, you know, the man-made stone?
Yes.
Was that named after this, do you think?
It has been hinted at that it may well have been, yes, because it has that zircon-esque sparkle, but it doesn't have the same sparkle. Even though it's made in a lab, they still haven't been able to recreate what Mother Nature has with its bifringence and double fraction, which is exceptional, really. I love that Mother Nature can now and again kind of beat science.
Think they will one day?
Who knows? Things change so much. Never say never. Never say never. I think it's just beautiful. The fact that you could hold in your hands something older than, you know, 4 and a bit billion years old is astonishing. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know, this forming as the Earth formed, essentially, as the Earth formed. It's only, you know, it's not even, you know, it's literally a few thousands of years, really, since the Earth actually came together and this started to grow, which is just one of the most ancient things on the world, full stop, that we can get our hands on now.
Well, it's amazing when they discovered it and they found out that the Earth was a lot older than they thought, just from a little stone like this.
Yeah, from amazing. A little piece, and that was in the 80s, not a long time ago at all. I just think it's sensational gem. So, lowest price on the website, $17.95. Price point today on this one, I've promised under 15, which is a shocker.
Gosh.
Never, ever, ever have I seen a strand of zircon individually for that price or anywhere near that price. I can't even guarantee you off the top of my head that I've ever brought you a zircon under I brought you under 20, but not under 15 off the top of my head. So, we've had so many people messaging about this. Someone suggesting a what did you say? Someone suggested what? Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, let me show you that. It's Victoria saying those zircon on a watch strap, so elegant, loving the show. What a phenomenal idea. Let me just give you sort of an idea-ish of it. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm probably talking completely out of turn here, and I do apologise, but that strand that you're holding is 4.5 billion years old, and we've put it on the show for the viewers at the same price as a bundle of Zari thread. This just doesn't make sense at all.
Isn't that? I mean, it's just exciting to be able to bring you things like this.
Wow.
Now I understand why I mean, there's so many people buying this. My thing has actually kind of stopped now. I can't go down. I can't scroll down. There's so many of you purchasing this, but I can only scroll down a certain way, and apparently there's way more than that. Way more than that. Loads of people coming in. The phone lines have gone like fireworks on bonfire night. It is very, very, very busy. I mean, massively busy. £6.90. I can't get my head around it. It's unfathomable, really. The watch strap, by the way, is at the bottom of your screen. It's $9.95, and it was brand new for us. I really like that idea. Thank you for sending that in, Victoria, of having these together. I think that'll be really pretty. Now, whilst you're all coming in and whilst we're all there, I don't want to throw loads of products at you right here, right now, because I have got more people coming through on the phone. So I'm going to just take sort of a minute break, as it were, to announce the winner of Mark's competition. So we had a competition on for you today. That was to win, well, it was meant to be 3 pieces of Mark's jewellery, but he's been very, very generous and said, no, I have 4. So we've got these 4 pieces of jewellery to give away for you. Oh, I just think what a wonderful collection we have here. So I will let you know some of the answers and then we'll have a look at the winner. So first question we were looking at, and the answer to this, what was the diamond called? Oh, there we go. It is the Cullinan diamond. You may well, I'm sure you've seen a picture. I know I've shown you a couple of times on screen before, the Cullinan diamond. And of course, you know, gemstones of that massive carat weight is a very, very special historic diamond. So that is number 1. The second question. This is a famous quote by Jackie Kennedy. I told you it was a birthstone. And the answer? What are always appropriate? She was said to have said pearls are always appropriate. Jackie Kennedy, of course, will know from photos that we've seen a lot of pearls, and those white pearls in particular, I'm sure she would have loved. And the third and final one is all about treatments. Here at JewelleryMaker, London Blue and Swiss Blue Topaz, which we have on, well, everywhere that we have on, always has which treatment? Absolutely, it does. Things like your London Blue and your kind of other blue topazes with those treatments, just to give it that intense impact of colour. So those were your answers. We had loads of correct answers. We had absolutely loads of correct answers. We're talking over 100 and something random. Oh, well, close to 200. We had loads and loads and loads of people messages in, and we have found a winner. And the winner of your pieces comes from West Yorkshire, and her name, picked at random, is Anne Drake. Congratulations, wow. Anne, to you. That's exciting, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
So aww. Anne Drake will be winning these pieces.
That's nice. That's nice to go to a nice home.
I think that's going to be fab. And congratulations to everyone who's come in and who came in and got the right answer. And well done for all those nice messages in as well. Nice one to you, Anne. You're going to be getting these home. What a lovely little treat for a Tuesday afternoon.
Nice. That's nice.
Isn't it?
Hope you get pleasure wearing it.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure she will, because aren't they just phenomenal to look at? Well done to you, Anne, and well done to everyone who got this Zircon, because I tell you what, bet you feel like a winner getting this home. Last chance to purchase, not many left with all the amount in baskets I have. I only get a select proportion of people with it in their baskets, but by the looks of things, well, what I'm being told is there's over 40 in baskets of this right now. Once you check out, there's not many left. This is a true showstopper at £6.95. I mean, wowzers indeed. Well done to everyone who's coming in and getting that. Nice work. I just can't believe the history of this at £6.95. It's astonishing. Nice work to everyone. Her U08 is your code on that. I love that. Okay, I don't have much time left at all for you right now, so I'm going to squeeze in a few last minute treats for you. And don't forget, we have got to look at Mark's challenge later. Or you're cracking on something else again, Mark?
Yeah. I need a couple of busts, so I may have to walk out for a second.
No problem, no problem. What did you say, lovely lady? Sorry? Yeah. The gemstones, we've got a few more gemstone collector pieces here for you to go within rings. It goes in what, 8 and 9? Oh, I've not seen this design before. Oh, that one. I might have seen that one. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm doing the gemstones first. This is a trio of gemstone collections for your prong setting, and I have got 2 different designed rings for you to get your hands on, and I have got to say, I just love them. Oh, I really adore these. Okay, so the gemstones you're getting in this collection, please do forgive me, I won't be getting them out for you purely because I don't have much time at all. But, oh my gosh, look at that spinel. I've got a spinel ring in this exact colour. It's one of the rarest colours of spinel that there is in the world out there. Natural, is it? No. 5.5 mil on these ones that you're getting across every single one of them. You're getting Redican zircon. How amazing would that go with the zircon we've just had? And you're also getting a garnet in here as well, all with this sensational round. In fact, I'm going to get that spinel out because it reminds me so much of the ring I myself have got. You've got a trio here. They're all in the same size, and you have rings to fit these. I'm just going to show you in one of the rings, and I've got to say, I want this design, I think. Let me put it in. Oh my gosh, that is just... wow. I feel like a princess, I do. Look for a second at this for me. You've got spinel. This is genuine spinel, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the rarest colours in the world of spinel. This colour, rarer than the likes of ruby, more expensive per carat in general than the likes of ruby, even though ruby, as we know, is one of the most expensive gemstones per carat in its family. Oh, I love this. You've got in the gemstone collection 3 gemstones in there, spinel, zircon and garnet. Price point today, you're going to premier price point it. This is a brand new collection. We've not seen this here at JewelleryMaker before, apparently. We're going to roll it down in price. You're getting 3 sensational high-end quality gemstones at one price point today. £14.95. That's £5 per gemstone, ladies and gentlemen. £5 for one of the rarest gemstones in the world. £5 for one of the most known and loved gemstones in the world. £5 for one of the most ancient gemstones in the world. That is just almost unfathomable, isn't it? It really, truly, truly is. It truly, truly is indeed. Well done, everyone who's coming in for this. I'm going to bring you the rings now as well. Let me get you a zircon out. I'm going to bring you the rings now as well. Which one do you want to do first, lovely? So is it in the star design yet? Because we've got 2 different designs of ring here. Show you that. Show you. With the zircon. Oh, wow. Again, get me mucky mitts off it. Yeah, they both do. Let me show you that. I've got 2 different designs of ring. This is one design of ring, and this is another design of ring that I've got. Wow. That just looks like the most expensive diamond ring. Don't you think? Does really, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to bring you this ring mount. This one is in the size 7 that I have here for you, and it is with this design. If I just take the gemstone out very carefully for you, I'll show you the actual design. So there it is, the actual design of it. It's just a wonderful look, wonderful design, and I'm going to do lowest ever price point for it. Gorgeous shoulders on it as well, isn't it? What a comfortable design that is. Wait till you get home and feel this. It's so comfortable. It doesn't dig in or out at all. Beautiful. HP. That's, wow. Okay, we've rolled it down dramatically. £6.95 for this ring. It's £9.25. Look at a massive amount of topaz in there. 0.42 carats of genuine white topaz in there. You are absolutely loving this design and this look. Get it whilst you can. I think that's stunning. This is the other look I've got to get. You've got to get your hands on there. And again, this one fits that other gemstones as well. Size 7, loads of you coming in to get those. Now I'm really quickly going to do the same design, but in a larger size. I'm going to show you it. It's the same design, so let me show you that. Exactly the same design, it's just a larger size. You can see that. So I'll bring you, I'm going to keep the 7 on just because it fits me, it's easier to show you, but this is for the size 9. Price point on the size 9. Again, we are going to drop it, I'm being told. 2.09 grams worth in there. 0.43 of your topaz. Rolling it down to £6.95. And again, the gemstones itself working out about £5 per pop on these. And don't you think that just looks so elegant? Can you imagine seeing that in a store window somewhere? How much would you think that would be in a store window on your high street? Don't forget it is a garnet, and we have done your birthstones today. We went from January to December. We did the birthstones of each month. And this, of course, is January birthstone, so great for any January babies. Just phenomenal. Well done to everyone. I'm going to bring you the other design now. Now, the other design we just have in the one size for you. So if you want this other design, then please do come and get it. And the thing is, it is in a very, very popular size indeed, because it's in the size 7. Let me pop them back for safekeeping. So this one, it looks like it's got even more topaz in it, actually, because it's really just, it's encrusting the shoulder area as well in it. So pop, again, the same gemstones fit in. So what you could do is you could buy 2 of that design, 1 of this if you wanted to, or you could buy just 3 of these. But they are going to fit in. Oh, doesn't that just shine? Isn't it? It's exquisite. So the gemstone itself costs just under £5. The price point for the ring mount itself is rolling down. You can make this ring for under £20. £9.95 for approximately 0.46 carat of topaz in 95. And if I just slide this off for you to show you around it, look at how exceptional a design that is. Sammy, our gorgeous guest designer Sammy, says these make such good Christmas presents. Big loves to you both. Oh, thank you, Sammy. You're right, perfect for Christmas presents. This, for me, would be a main gift present for someone. This wouldn't even be a stocking filler. It's a stocking filler price because it's under £20, isn't it? For the gemstone and the ring, it's under £20. So it is a stocking filler price, but it's not a stocking filler look. That to me is a main gift wrapped in a beautiful little box. This is the gift you save till the end of the day to give. It's the last gift you give. It's the one at the bottom of the pile, and it's cost less than £20. Amazing, isn't it? Loads of you flying in for this one as well. So that's the only size we have in this one now. So well done to everyone. If you want the gemstones, they're 5.5. They were new to us today. We took them down in price. It's at the bottom of your screen. And you do get 3 of those in total. And again, if you want to treat yourself to the gemstones, you've got the garnet, the spinel, and the zircon in there. Now, quick recap time, because I know I've just got loads of things for you in today's show, haven't I? So I hope you've managed to sort of keep up, because we have been going really quick through some bits. But it's just because we've treated you so much on our birthstone show today, and I hope you've really enjoyed that and really appreciated that. I'm going to bring you a quick recap now. For anyone who missed out on the watch, we're going to bring this watch for you. The watch face, it was brand new to us. We've got 100 or so of these left. And there is your mother of pearl watch face. So the watch face there, you can see it's got that lovely mother of pearl sheen to it. Very eye-catching, even nicer in kind of natural or neutral light, I find, just because the light on here is obviously so intense that it just ping off the surface. It's got that lovely stainless steel back to it as well, which means that you're not got any chance of it highly tarnishing or irritating the skin or leaving any of those kind of greeny brown marks on the skin. You've got the movable accent shoulders, let's say, on this point here, meaning that you can do lots of different designs and it's going to fit nice and comfy. And you've got that lovely design with that framed section in the middle and those wonderful Roman numerals around the outside. Your price point on this watch dial today, which by the way was 32mm, was just £9.95, and I just think it's dramatic and dynamic enough to be a watch, but you can keep it very simple with something individual and small around it as a cord, or you could go to town and do macrame or anything else like that you wanted to. So £9.95. Now, we sold hundreds of these earlier on. People have just noticed it now and are coming in. And again, your names on the new bizzers have nearly gone out of the door and nearly gone off my screen. I did say I had about 100 left. I'm sorry. I actually don't. That's nowhere near it. Apparently, I've got less than 50 left now. So that's because everyone's just flown in and is multi-buying again. So £9.95 on that if you want it. Get it now. Perfect as a little Christmas gift or a last-minute Christmas gift. Great for it as well. £9.95 for you there as well. So well done. It's been a day of well dones, hasn't it? Well done with the zircon, well done with the pearls, well done with winning Mark's pieces, you know, well done with getting your hands on those kits and that new selection of strands, and just, it's been well done left, right and centre really, hasn't it?
It's been great fun today.
And now it's time to say well done to you, because you've made loads.
Wow, the cabochon worked really well. I was so...
Oh, that
doesn't
looks
it?
really genuinely beautiful.
So all I've done is I've placed the cabochon in, I've gathered up the two ends above, and I've put a piece of wire through and then wrapped around the back and then made two little snails to hold it all together.
I see, so that's holding it there, holding it snugly into place. Now this collection, let me turn it towards you a little bit. This collection that we brought to you was with 10 metres on each of these in the red, the gold and the black, and it was new to us. How much fun you look like you've had.
It's brilliant. The little bracelet in the middle is the half hitch that we did earlier on, using the two colours.
In that demo today?
Yeah.
Gosh, it looks so different.
It looks really, really nice. So you could use that to make a braid to then put on something else, if you're on your tree or something like that.
Macrame's great like that. Different
really
chords
quick.
just gives a different look entirely,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
And then the necklace with the beads. So it's just simply just rolling up the beads, popping on a bit of glue to keep them together, and then I've just using a T-pin, I've gone right through the bead, and then just followed that hole with some 0.8 wire and rosary linked with jump rings in between. So it weighs nothing. It looks quite a substantial necklace, but it doesn't weigh anything at all.
And that's nice sometimes, isn't it, to have a statement that's actually really wearable and workable. Helen's just gone, oh, it reminds me of the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, yes.
Isn't it that, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's great fun.
I think they are very exceptional indeed in their look and appearance. £6.95. Can you believe it? I mean, how much would we sell this for?
Oh, gosh.
Because it's so unique.
Well, I don't know. £15, something like that.
And £6.95, and you had this left over?
Yeah, all that left.
All of this left over.
Well, I'd use any of the gold just for the cabochon.
Really goes and goes and goes then, doesn't it?
No, it's beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's got a gorgeous figure of 8 design, that lovely sheen to it as well.
I think it's just really quickly holding your cabochons.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cheat, actually, but
it does look like it's... Yeah, it really does work.
It's like soldered metal, doesn't it? I feel it's in there. It's not going to come out.
We've had loads of messages for you. I'm going to squeeze one in now. Go on, because we've got sort of 20 seconds left. Why not? Wow, Mark, that's stunning, says Kimberly.
Thank you.
It is stunning, isn't it? Oh, and Sarah, go on, squeeze in another. Thanks, team. Been a lovely show. Lovely to start a lovely day. Take care, team. Oh, Sarah, you're so lovely. Thank you very much. Zircon's at the bottom of your screen. When are you with us
I am back next Monday morning with Eleanor.
Next Monday morning. Oh, I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for today.
Pleasure.
It's been extremely busy.
Pleasure.
And don't forget, you can get your hands on the last... I think we've got 2 of that first kit left, and that's it. Everything else is basically gone today. Now, after the break, I have got an education hour for you with loads of random stuff in. Cashew pearls, topaz and more. See you then.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating